Yo, what's up? Welcome to the stream chat. Welcome. What's up, everyone? It is time for another G2 watch party where we cheer on our friends, the underdogs, even though we're 2-0 in Challenger. What's up, Persephone? What's up, Confused Marshmallow? What's up, Luz Maria? What's up, everyone? What up? What's up, Dimmy? What's up, Jared? Easy. What's up, Just Tris? What up, everyone? Welcome to the stream. Oh, we should do a command for giveaway, but we are giving away some Logitech mice today, which will be fun. Oh, this is G2's third match of the season. We are currently 2-0, but both matches were pretty close. They're both 2-1, so. We'll see how today goes. What's up, Coral? What's up, Krakow? What's up, JRDN? This is just Jordan. Welcome to the stream, everyone. I'm doing pretty well. Okay, I have story time. So, it turns out that the reason my audio wasn't working for the IRL stream, and I shit you not, here's what I thought happened. If you guys recall, when we did the ski stream, I fell, like wiped out, and I got snow in the backpack. I thought I damaged my live U kit because when we were doing that stream, the audio went out for all of you guys, even though the video was still there, right? So the skiing stream audio goes out, right? But video is still going. So I thought I damaged it because, again, I went live with a completely different camera setup, totally different camera setup, and the audio is still out when we were going to do the longboarding stream. I did troubleshooting with Live U last night, and they're like, "Hey, man, like your ingest is muted." I was like, "What? Sorry, my indigestion? What's that?" Like, yeah, man, like you just have a setting that just says your stream's muted. So I go and look at it, and yeah, like sure enough, it's just toggled to mute. And I was like, "Oh, how long has that been there?" They looked at the logs for it. Apparently, it had been muted since the ski stream, which was on Christmas Day, so December 25th. I'm pretty sure I just opened my phone and fat fingered a button and muted it. So I'm like 90% sure I just fat fingered a button, and that's what happened. Anyways, we have a lot of subs and bits coming in, guys. Thanks for the brief little hype train that we got started. I shoot stuff. Thank you for the 5 months. Corin, thank you for 21 months. Crystal Irene, thanks for 6 months. And Ale Shady, thanks for the 100 bits. So yeah, I'm dumb. Long story short, I'm dumb. Chat, I'm gonna test something with you guys. Can you guys all do Keck W? Everyone give me Keck W's in chat. And no one break the combo. Just give me some Keck W's in the chat. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. The streak works. Okay. Okay, I'll make it a little bigger. Yeah. I mean, that's too big. Kind of cute though, right? All right, give me some pogs. Get pog in the chat. Spam your pogs. Oh my god, I got it to work. Yes. Look at that brand new technology. Oh, you'll love to see it. Folks from G2 Esports will be in the chat, by the way, doing giveaways. So I don't think it works with my emotes, though. I think it has to be BTTV emotes, or what's another one we can test? It doesn't work with mine. Yeah, you guys can do Blau Pop. It shouldn't work. I don't think it works. You guys can try it, though. No, it doesn't work. All right, do lol W. Let's do a lol W here. Let's test that one next. Yeah, is it FFZ or is it BTTV? Let's see. Wait, did it works? Did it work? Wait, Pop worked? I didn't even see if it worked. Wait, do Blau Pop. Wait, Blau Pop worked? I didn't even see. Wait, do Blau Pop again. No shot it worked. It actually works? Holy shit. What? Yo, okay. That's sick. All right. That's actually dope. That makes me so much happier that it works in my own emotes. Nice. Anyways, chat. The Red Bull fridge is stocked. I've been informed by my partner people that I need to keep it stocked. The problem with that is everyone keeps stealing my Red Bulls, and I also drink them consistently. I'm just saying to my partner managers, come on, guys. The fridge being constantly empty, despite me filling it up, is like... Scooters for Life said, I can't believe what happened to Kaide. So fucked up, man. I guarantee that is a bait. I have no idea what that is. I feel like that's a bait. You're a first-time chatter. You probably found me in the Valorant category and decided to post some bait shit about Kaide. I've been around too long, man. Don't. Unless this isn't a bait and then I just look like an asshole. Well, you don't have to time them out. Now I'm curious. Your teeth are like perfect. Okay, don't let my teeth fool you. Look. I have Invisalign in. Oh my God, the match is about to start. What oh my God, I'm watching in 480p. Hold on.
Incredibly confident against Turtle Troop, and they faced a G2 team that was playing their first official. But FaZe, going into that first official, they only had 1 week of experience with each other. Sully just mentioned a 2-week break between the last game, and now FaZe, they've had a lot of time to solidify themselves together. It's a lot of what could the rest of the season look like just with today's results. And again, FaZe, Shopify looking to upstart things. G2 Oxygen looking to capitalize.
Yeah, and tomorrow's day will be full of that group of B for anyone who's a little bit more interested in those standings. But I want to start talking about our first matchup for today. This G2 versus Oxygen Esports.
G2 undefeated. Let's go.
So interesting. I mean,
G2 more like
so
G2 and L.
They've been doing such a good job as a team and solidified. But then going up against Oxygen Esports, I feel like is a really big question mark and a really interesting team to watch develop.
You know,
I have no idea. I'm going to be honest. I have no idea who Oxygen Esports is.
I personally think that, wow, yeah, this team was like going into it, we're underdogs, essentially. Yeah, they have the name value. Yeah, they've got this old Sentinels core of Shazam and Dapper. They had the old V1 core of Whippy and Penny and this new kid in Oxy. But still, I think that just there's like a stigma around that old Sentinels duo between Shazam and Dapper. Not a lot of people expected this team to play the way they have, right? They beat FaZe 2-1 after losing map 1 in that best of 3. That was the first matchup that a lot of those players had seen. 4 of the players on FaZe hadn't played an official in months. 4 of the players on G2 hadn't played really a VCT circuit in months outside of, I think it was the Tarek and Lugwood Invitational. But still, I think G2 have kind of destroyed this narrative about them that this is a team that is capable of actually pulling off wins and can be deadly at times, which is something that is not only really exciting.
We
to
love
see from the
destroying
team
narratives.
individually, but also
We love
just
that.
shakes up this
Good
entire
job,
group.
guys.
Because going into this, I remember everyone was saying, why even bother? It's TS, or apologies, M80 and the guard that are just going to take it all the way. And now we have a team like G2 sitting at 2-0 in their group right now.
I mean, there's definitely something to be said for players that are on that redemption arc to really prove to us what they have here in Challengers to be moving on. And then looking over at the teams as well, we're talking about.
Is there a place where we can see who's on
stuff
each
to
team?
prove.
I don't know.
Let's talk about this fresh talent.
Presumably there's a site for it.
Pony
I
and
just
Oxy,
kind of
they're going to be
I've
your
been kind
two
of learning
big
the
duelist mains going into this game.
I've just been sort of learning the players kind of here and there, chat. But yeah, go ahead and ask your questions. I'll try and answer. But all I know, we got our boys. All I know, actually, all I really care about is my cute duelist Oxy.
CT in the years before, and the four players that he's playing with all have international experience. I mean, Whippy qualified for an international, but he didn't play on it. But the other three players, they've played on that stage. They've made it to the upper echelon of Valorant. And now Oxy, the big question is, what value is he going to add here to G2? We haven't been able to see it really formulate in the first 2 weeks. You do see a high ACS and thankfully a high FKFD, but we're
What does that mean? We haven't been able to, like, bro, what do you mean you haven't been able to see in the first 2 weeks?
those first contacts. Pony is the same story where, again, he's an incredibly talented opper, but his stats just doesn't show it.
Bro, I hate
you're
stats.
Saying, oh, we're looking for Oxy. I mean, I feel like, too, a lot of us are looking at Oxy.
Hey, man, they've had 2 matches. Let's analyze their entirety of the player.
At the core, because taking down a team like Shopify Rebellion, I feel like that's obviously something that takes that skill. There's a lot of good things coming out Sully at points, but you just
I
need
agree.
A bit
Stats
more
are overrated.
from people.
Yeah, because we look at that week 2
I want to see a team win.
Okay, congrats, you beat Shopify, a team that I think is 75% of the time going to beat the teams that are always worse than them and lose to the teams that are better than them. But then I think last week was a really big shakeup for both Shopify and a really big showing for Oxygen. Granted, I kind of put like
so what's Oxygen 1-1? Who did they lose to?
In the sense that the week before they had been leading 9-3 in both of the maps that they played.
Who did Oxygen lose to? Chat.
Double OT. So I feel like for Oxygen, it's like congratulations, you beat Shopify, but there's just an asterisk on that saying, hey, it was at a fluke. You had literally thrown 2 9-3 leads. How have things shaped up for this team? Have nerves gone away? Have players like Mitch, someone that hasn't really relatively been performing lately, how is he going to step up? And we're looking at this guy Scuba here, who I think is one of the players that has always been there for Oxygen, has always been a key player.
Yeah, you're talking
no, they
about
beat
people who need to
Shopify, I
step
thought.
up. Scuba is someone who has already been taking that lead, taking that charge in their wins or losses. Has really been
Breakthrough is now Breakthrough is now moist.
Oh, Scuba has just looked impressive through and through. Mine.
Yeah, but again, it comes down to the fact that almost every Oxygen game so far has come down to the wire. But again, the big difference that Scuba just ends up bringing to the table anyways, he's playing controller. It's a pretty hands-off.
I feel like when we've been watching G2 play, G2 like super clearly, like they seem like a better team, and them losing is them like throwing.
That type of person to clean up, and I mean, the better he cleans up, the better, I guess.
I disagree.
Yeah, Charlie and Lud bought Breakthrough Esports, and now wait, Breakthrough, was that who we played last week? I think we played Breakthrough last week.
Strong competitor when it comes to the open qualifiers.
Did G2 play them last week?
Scuba is without a doubt, and I'm not going to say it lightly, one of the hard carries of this team. And when players like Pony and Verna aren't stepping up, and Mitch is kind of slacking, and Randy Savage isn't performing the best, this guy Scuba has always been #1. I think one of the only showings where I was like not impressed with his performance was against Disguise in the open qualifiers on Pearl. It didn't look good there, but as of late, I mean, Scuba.
Up mine's hair is fire. I agree, chat.
Was a dog, and I mean literally was putting up numbers, like ungodly numbers that I've never seen on a controller.
I mean, the teams did have a 2-week break, and there was changes in.
When he said he was putting up ungodly numbers on a controller, I literally thought that was ungodly numbers, like playing with a controller. And I was like, oh god, someone's playing Valorant on controller. Chat, I don't know if you guys saw this news. There is a 9-year-old kid, 9 years old, who hit Predator in Apex. That is fucking insane. 9-year-old kid hit Predator in Apex. Oh, also we can do our rankles after this. Is it Rankle?
Almost in like preparation for this.
He plays with his dad actually, John. They like play together. It's kind of cute. What's the? Is it Rankle that we've been playing? Where we look at the clips and then judge what rank they are. I forgot the name of it.
That team was like #1 on Split when version 1 had played in Iceland with Jammies as their stand-in, and they had lost to New Turn and Liquid like 14.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest.
You've got two really strong cores.
I love when these are the maps
Split,
picked.
so I mean, I want to see what
Like,
G2 bring to the table.
is it bad that I'm like, I want to see Split, Haven, Ascent? I don't want to see like Icebox. I'm fine with. I don't want to see fucking Lotus and Fracture. I'll be honest.
I think Split hasn't changed drastically enough to say that if what you knew before doesn't apply now. So
I love
think
Split.
that we're going to see a lot of strong performances from Oxygen. Granted, I don't know the last time Oxygen have played Split.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. They're like, oh, it's gonna be a strong performance. Oh, we're hyping up these. Oh, no. I'm gonna listen, chat. I'll give you the honest take. G2 wins both of these games. It's a 2-0. We win the first map 13-6. We win the second map 13-7. There you go. There, I spoiled it.
2-week break. I mean, I don't really think we might see that shakiness going forward.
No, we shouldn't. And I think, again, just the maps alone going into this game, it's probably the most confident team going into this week in general. Again, just the results that we've had on these maps, very, very confident stuff. Even the one last week.
Actually,
that was
Fracture is kind of a fun game to watch. What's up, Birdie Sketch?
Result. Again, they played 6 different they've played 6 maps so far of Valorant, and they've played 5 different maps. Yeah. So again, G2 should be looking good into this game. I'm more just looking forward to seeing how the compositions are going to go down, and also the effect of the guns. We've had a big gun change.
Yeah, the Stinger, and I feel like this is such a deserved nerf, by the way, because the Stinger went absolutely crazy at some points, but a little bit.
What were the Stinger nerfs, chat? I know it's more, 150 credits more.
Do you think that's going to shake things up?
I think one thing that you're going to see in some of the stats, unfortunately we don't have a stat graphic for it, but like almost a quarter of every single G2 player's kills had come from a Stinger. I think it was like 20 for Oxy, like out of like 86, which is, I mean, I'm not going to say it's like a huge margin, but it's still something to note is that Stinger, there was a very hefty meta. They were winning like 33% of the rounds had come from eco rounds, so there was a lot to say, hey, let's look at this Stinger meta, and G2 were abusing it. Now, I don't know if the changes are really going to say they're never going to buy this. And I think the damage drop-off isn't like crazy significant, but I think that price change will definitely affect them a little bit, where you can't force buy Stingers in that second round.
Okay.
And then even if you lose that second round.
This is like one of those stat things, though, where they're like, here's my problem with stats. And this has always been my problem with stats in something like esports, my problem with stats in sports. And maybe these stats still support the narrative that they're giving here. But okay, if you're saying that G2 is using the Stinger all the time and that they're really abusing the Stinger meta, what about the other teams? Are they just not using it? I feel like everyone was using the Stinger.
I'm curious with Oxygen Esports now going up against G2. We talked about Scuba being that carry, and that there's times when the rest of the team can really start to step up. That's where we see that difference making. With that 2-week break, if they've figured
chat, this Stinger nerf has been brought to you by Red Bull, by the way. Red Bull gives you wings to win eco rounds without Stingers. Thank you.
I mean, matching Scuba, first of all, I think Scuba's a GOAT already. This guy's probably going to be top 3 by the end of the season, so don't realistically think really anyone in the group should be able to catch up with the guy. But anyone for the team individually who, I mean, so far has shown hints of that success, I would at least like to say that Pony has been climbing up there, but has...
Fnatic has only been buying half armor. That's kind of crazy. No, but like, do you guys get what I'm saying? Where I'm like, I'm not saying other teams also didn't abuse the meta. I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna say like, oh, like G2 abused the Stinger meta, what about other teams? Did they also buy the Stinger? Was it just uniquely G2?
Padding a lot just through that one side. When I really want to see him step up and shut down an attacking play on his own on defense with KJ. Haven't really been seeing too much proactivity from there, or at least him being able to take advantage of what is right now a pretty strong KJ meta. Again, it's just some smaller things with this team that I think a lot of these players, they could step
KJ
up to.
KJ is busted. I'm gonna be honest.
But I think I actually truly
I feel like every team abused the Stinger was what I was seeing.
Scuba's kind of cracked. What about I kind of wanted to talk about him, but kind of forgot a little bit more about Verno, because Verno, Sully, actually also seems really good and performing at a really high level. Maybe not quite as
Okay,
consistently, but
listen, chat.
there's definitely moments that's like, damn. Like,
How do you get a date in Valorant? Okay, because that's what I really care about. Okay, listen. What's your go-to line? There's someone on your team that has a cute voice that you kind of like. You pull off a sick play, you clutch the round. What do you say? Did you just hey?
All right. Well, I'm excited.
What do you say to you? Like, hey, that was for you. What's your go-to line?
Oh. Sounds good. Let's head into it. Again, Oxygen, G2.
Hey.
Both of these
No, but you have to do hey with two Y's.
Looking good out of the first
hey
2
with two
weeks
Y's.
of BCL, but G2, they're the ones with a clear path already to the playoffs with a win today.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of question marks, not only around this new map split and how teams have made adjustments, but also what are the compositions going to look like? And we're seeing already the Raze get pulled out. We are playing on the new patch where the Raze nerf does come into play. So,
you know, one thing I'd like to see, I love the carousel for the heroes that they have.
That hurts a lot.
For like the agents, they should show the actual agent, full agent art and carousel art.
This map in particular, you look down towards mid where that boombot gets a lot of info, and I'm wondering, hey, is that
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I like G2's comp way more here.
You know, let me remind everyone, if you haven't played Split in a while, Breach was always incredibly strong in this map.
Fact, do you think I'd have to ace in order to pick someone up? Joke's on you.
I love how comps from both these sides. We've got one major difference. I think double sentinel.
Just top frag and say I boost for free. Dapper on Cypher is hot. Yeah.
That's cooped up with a Cypher rather than the KJ2.
They have KJ really on split. They win.
Really looking forward to just
Sir Hype. I was looking for you.
Off of the Cypher and the Sage rather
Click
than
on live. You're
possible. A bit. Let's head into the game though, because it looks like G2 they have A already.
All right, chat. Mods, get us a
only gonna have Scooby
poll. Who is going to be up at the half?
This guy said, hey, he's one of the key
Who
players.
is up at the half?
Be a key fragger in this round. He is soloed towards his A site with only a singular star. Oxygen will fully clear this mid side, and you can already see Pony's head has begun to pivot. The nade is going to go deep, but that will be full control of A Heaven into the split of A.
Yeah, it's literally just an attempt at a delay here in the A site for Oxygen, but now G2 they have to dance a little bit. All 5 of these players for Oxygen aiming to retake back over towards Heaven. There's a wall in front of screens. Pony's coming up, but Oxy takes him down. 3 other players trying to come into Heaven.
That was a bad shot.
With a double somehow.
Come on, Randy. So how did Randy Savage do that?
Down a little bit, but they still have sight.
Massive.
We still have sight. Come on, guys.
And Oxygen as well, trading in that blow. I think that stun from Mitch really sets them up. He still has a double flash here, and that's what they're using.
Oh, please.
That's what they're going to use to try and get back into
okay, but Mitch is hurt.
Mitch.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, God, Penny.
With a 3-piece combo.
What's up?
Takes down the
what the fuck is up?
Oxygen. G2 already strong.
They might be called Oxygen, but they're choking here. I'm sorry. I'll stop.
Makes it look like clockwork.
I'm sorry. I'll stop. Yeah, why do my right clicks not work like that?
That's
the
a
fuck?
dangerous angle to go around. They thought the Aftershock had cleared that angle, but Penny moves forward a little bit to give him the fight there.
Yeah, give me that fucking Vandal on Oxy. Let's go. Yes. I love that greedy buy.
Between both of these teams. Again, we talked about Oxy and his performance. Is he going to step up here after that kind of month high or that 2-week break and acclimating to this tier 2 level alongside Oxygen as well? Someone like Scuba, does he continue to perform?
I have aim, guys.
Getting some pretty shifty spots early on.
I hate this.
Do that as of now. They have scaled all the way up into B main.
I hate the fucking
solo running into Randy Savage, who you highlighted and you spoke about. You're like,
I hate this guy.
On the defense. I don't think he's going to do it in this round in particular, but I think on a map like Split as well, to the KJ and something the difference is between KJ.
Okay, now I like this clear. Now I like this clear to take the site.
When Dapper was kind of, I feel like, pioneering the way you play Cypher on this map.
Nice.
Cypher's a lot more aggressive, and we'll probably see Dapper play a lot towards A, where he's tossing a cage to get control.
I'm liking Dapper's lurk mid here too.
I feel personally, like I said, he pioneered that kind of style of Cypher of getting control aggressive towards A ramp with his cages, and then Randy Savage on the defense with his KJ. We're gonna look at him a lot to say, hey,
are they just going for exits?
What setups do you have on a map that hasn't been in the pool for months at this point in time?
I feel like they're what?
Just sweep up some frags in the back line. Oxygen, again. Just cooping up into the next round. Still interested to see, again, how the Astra is going to come into effect here on the defensive side. We haven't been able to see the Astra on a front line be able to react to
but they got Dapper.
Of course, same thing with Randy Savage. See what sort of traps he has. But going into the next, again, G2. Mostly just Spectres at the moment. We could see Dapper go back to that default once again. He's just...
But if they're all going to die there, are they just trying to not give alt points over? Like, why would they not just try to rush in and take some guns, you know?
Full buy here for Oxygen. 5 Vandals. They have... Yeah, I was going to say, they might not have full utility.
I'm guessing it's so that they don't give kills over.
Inferno, so G2, it's going to be Oxygen.
Someone will have to tell me that.
Alongside Whippy. And they're working kind of in tandem here towards mid. Whippy's solo holding towards B, while these 3 players are going to try and get this mid control. We're going to see the usefulness of this breach when it comes to maintaining map control here towards mid. Granted, I think Mitch would be in a better spot back towards defender spawn. They're going to almost entirely give up elevator here as Oxy takes a little bit of damage on the crossover.
They've let it go, but only one person over towards top mid. Pony still actually going to recollect the crossover for a second, but they're going to back out.
I love this mid control. This is definitely how you have to play Split, is with this kind of
Inferno is
mid control.
Looking to take a peek over towards A ramp. As you have Scuba as well holding from a very long angle. They're kind of guessing that this is going to lean towards an A hit, but they've broken the turret now, which is going to force someone on Oxygen to take face. And now Oxygen, I feel like, are kind of playing.
Yeah, so now I feel like G2 goes all the way back. Yeah, G2's going all the way back to do a B hit.
It's going to come through here in a second, but in reality, G2.
This is so good from G2.
Explode here towards B with Dapper just holding these rotates.
Yeah, Mitch's 1v1 is going to be incredibly difficult to face on, but Randy Savage has to be the one to hold on. Mitch goes down, and Oxy, he's the one that gets the 2-piece for himself instead. Swings around the corner, and both defenders are gone. Oxygen, they still have some util.
Massive entry there.
Huge.
Again, Oxygen kind of in this round felt like they didn't have the info they wanted. That mid control, especially
who just got head dinked?
Extremely important. And if we ever get a chance to look at Lotus, we can talk as well how big the mid control.
Oh god, they're already in hell.
On this map, it manipulates rotates so much, and you could see how Oxygen reacted in this instance.
Dapper gonna be up top. Could be a 2 free frags for him.
Dapper.
Indeed it is. Does he want a third? Of course he wants a third. He's hungry. Scuba around the corner.
God, Dapper.
He's gonna sink deep. Dapper.
Oh my
good.
god.
Third round for G2. And again, that's Oxygen's buy for you. That's a reset already.
Yeah, a lot of money getting stacked up here from G2.
Bro, I'm gonna keep it a buck. If I'm on Split,
the future in these next couple rounds and Oxygen relegate.
You know how it is. If you're playing Split and you're on offense, it feels. Sorry, you're on defense. You've lost pistol round. Obviously, you win the round after that. Then you lose your buy round when you have better guns. So now they're going to lose this round. And you're 0-4 on defense. That feels fucking terrible.
So we're going to see how Mitch does it. He's playing on the B site this time around again. Fault line to try and get control of B main. But G2 again
that feels terrible.
To scout for information. And that's a full clear of elevator already.
They're not
it's weird. I feel like most teams play over A side, so G2 playing more B side's interesting.
No trade potential, but it's only going to be the 1v1 with Mitch.
Damn.
The pistol had no chance. Well done,
fall back,
and the contact over towards B main is incredibly important. 2 players peeking.
This is why I'm swimming. Heals.
Trying to take down Dapper potentially. Verno is up top, but Scuba cannot connect his shots. Verno's going to be the only one here with no chance. G2
they're not even getting a gun off them.
Farming up the ult points. Incredibly pivotal for the rounds coming up, but their economy, it might just stay clean.
Yeah. G2, I mean, shots have been looking
so good for G2's
for Oxy and Shazam.
Bro, so good for their economy.
Flawless round, Investor flawless round from G2.
Oh, Investor flawless. You love that. Investor, good eco with those flawless rounds, guys.
Challengers and going into split 1, but now that we're in,
I mean, but like this is just so like
small display of this map split.
Again, at this point, you have guns. This means that for the rest of the half, your eco is probably great. Yeah, Shazam and Dapper on G2.
Off of week 1 and week 2, he was good, but he was never amazing.
Oh, whoa.
And a 5-man push is what G2 is going to aim for. On this A site, they've switched
I
up
love this 5-man push.
Oxygen. He'll be the solo anchor with the op.
Yeah, with and up. The KJ op might just go crazy here. Randy Savage.
No way the
Again,
KJ op goes crazy.
The only one here. It's just going to be any delay if he can pull it off. But no, the showstopper coming up towards him. There's a slow orb in his face. Oxy cannot connect.
That's fine.
So the op
it
is still
pushes
there.
the op
Don't
away.
know how much it helps out on a retake, but it's all 5 players still alive here for Oxygen. No one's poking through heaven right now. G2 has full control.
No, they're backing away here, though, G2. They're not actually fighting. It's planted for heaven without
I love
fighting.
this.
It's only one, yeah.
Spike is out in the open, and Oxygen have got 4 players
They're
here
playing
trying
nice
to
and
retake the heaven
slow.
side.
They don't know about Dapper's position. Dapper's going to get stunned, but it might be a repeat again from the sky alongside the Sage. Oh,
wow.
that actually gets him. Big piece of util, but that's only the one person over towards ramp. There's only one person on site, though. Oxy's the one man alive here, fighting for elbow, and he might just do it all. No, he can't. Scuba finally takes him down.
I mean,
2
they still
players
haven't
coming out
planned
of
it for
ramp,
heaven.
3
This
players
is so
coming out
good
of
for
heaven.
them.
It's going to be the defuse, but it's all the way out in the open. They can't do anything with it.
Yeah.
Not a chance
No
here
time.
for Oxygen on this site. What a post plant from
Another
G2.
even. Oh my
Maintaining that
god.
active control and playing off of Oxygen.
Again, that was
as
just-
well. Does a phenomenal job of pivoting around.
I feel like that was just such a fast take that there just wasn't much time for Oxygen there.
kind of
And they lost the op.
divert their attention
Like that just kills their eco.
over
Yeah,
towards
you
that
call
site,
that
just
timeout,
making the
Oxygen.
retake for
Catch your
Oxygen
breath.
so much harder.
Get it, chat? Catch your breath because their name's Oxygen. Okay, I'll stop.
Plants from G2. Oxygen have had
Yeah,
no
G2 is
response to
killing
retakes,
it.
and that's the second fast take we've seen on the A side outside of the pistol, and G2 make it look effortless.
Yeah, it was just question mark after question mark after question mark. For
I would love to see G2 pop off in Valorant because G2, I think, genuinely has one of the most dominant esports orgs. I think if you look at CSGO, Siege, and League,
it just looked like G2 again.
G2 is just like clearly one of the most dominant esports orgs. If our Valorant team can start popping off, all of a sudden we're like I think if this crew
and Oxygen just couldn't win it. G2 have their priorities straight right now. It seems like a map that they
can win challengers.
Again, 4 of these
I think we'll have shown we're like the best esports org.
But 5-0 start.
Oh yeah, their Rocket League team's crazy too.
A lot of ults coming online here for the side of Oxygen. Mitch,
observers?
Savage, Verno,
observers?
one off their ultimate. I think Scuba could get his as well here.
Oh, the round didn't start. I'm
He's
done.
had a slow start. Player that has been
Not many ults for
extremely crucial
G2.
in every single game that they've
A
played.
lot of ults about to come through for Oxygen though.
I haven't seen him play on split
Like the nature of pro play, you have to lose some
you don't
rounds.
actually
Like,
have the
people
biggest
stack
sample
ults and
pool,
eventually.
sample size to say, hey, this guy Scuba, he's good on what the maps we had earlier, but how good is he
Oh
now
yeah,
on
and
split?
we have Gozen, who are the
Gonna
best
keep working this
female
mid side here, G2.
Valo team.
To a slow and
I
progressive
like this
play. You
B
can see
hit.
how much this mid side means to both of these sides. G2 have been putting pressure the past 5 rounds. Here in round number 6,
I love that we're literally just giving B, or sorry, giving mid.
and you've effectively kept 3 to 4 players here towards mid.
I want to remind people
This is
about
just a
the
free
pick, by
B.
the way. Scuba hasn't played Astra so far here in BCL. This is the first map where they've been forced to play up on this agent. Maybe it's a bit of rust getting shaken off.
And just like that, we have B
Have to
site,
shake off
and
now.
we still have the Dapper lurk mid.
Attackers right in the middle of the B site. It is, I think, a 3rd round now where we're seeing a 5v5 retake. And again, Oxygen,
Spray kill.
they have the right idea in terms of just aiming for retake setups instead. But
Love
G2
Dapper on the off angle there.
always chipping down this team before they even have a chance of making it into sight.
And now it's eco round 5v3. Like, what are you gonna do?
Oxygen to play retakes because it's really, I mean, you say it's the right idea, but it's just,
Dude, on
maybe
our
not
eco
eco.
rounds, we're
if it
not
starts to
losing. We're
work-
not
no,
giving
even on eco. They
anything.
didn't work in their full buy both rounds.
Okay,
Scuba,
well,
yeah, he's gonna
Oxy,
get his
that
ultimate
was
here at the very
okay.
least. So
Well,
everyone from Oxygen will have ultimates moving forward, but
yeah,
these hits from
it's
G2
G2.
have
We
been
gotta throw a little bit.
uncontested. I think 4 of the
6
last
and 0
6
on the round.
rounds where they've made
Oof.
exits have only been greeted by one person, and Oxy had a huge double entry the one time that there was a second player on the B site. And G2 right now, they've got the number of Oxygen at this point in time. 5 ultimates will be online here for Oxygen. How do these
This
get
is looking
used
so good.
Lockdown available here for Heaven. I think that's the focus now from Oxygen.
You're now like you're in a weird spot though.
Idea of retake. It's gonna say, hey, let's have this.
I mean,
lockdown
I actually
play.
think you're in a weird spot when you have 5 ultimates. Because you're rarely going to use all 5, and then at some point, you're kind of like alt points are being wasted. Because, you know what I mean, chat? Like, someone's gonna die, someone's gonna get killed, and basically have an alt point wasted, like not use an alt point. It's kind of awkward having all 5.
This time there wasn't much of a manipulation out towards mid. Shaz just used.
I think you kind of want to unlock 2 and combo 2 together. 2 to 3, 3 at most.
G2 hear that
5 is just like, why would you use 5
back
ults?
towards mid. Now Oxygen are responding by trying to take space back as well.
Whoa, yeah, they are. They're
There's
taking
just
B
a
main.
massive gap here towards mid from both sides, and G2's been the one to exploit it.
Oh, and Randy Savage again. It's just a question mark where any of these players are. They've given up mid. He has to stay around screens, and there you go.
Okay, they got one all out.
Sky Ultimate. Cabbage is coming out. Chasing towards heaven, and it looks like they know now. There's going to be 3 players here for Oxygen, cooped up towards the B side. 40 seconds, though, still an opportunity to be able to rotate. And the breach is here. They're rolling thunder, all 5 players. No, at least 3 of them are going to get hit. The nade combo is really, really good. Showstoppers here, too. Like 30 seconds left. Where can G2 even go? Whippy's trying to make space, and it's actually working a little bit.
What do you mean, like, where can G2 even go? I mean, they just baited 3 ults out.
Like, and they're 3 players from heaven, 1 player towards spawn, but 20 seconds left in Scuba.
Mitch.
What a smoke to play around.
Huge.
You can't clear this guy out like that, and Whippy just darting out through the smoke, and it looks like Oxygen will finally have their first round. And it's all like massive rolling thunder.
Yeah, like
Mitch.
Okay, they're like, the casters are all excited about that, but I'm like, okay, if I'm G2, my eco's fucking crazy, and I'm like, hey, we literally just got probably the most impactful ults out. Like, they got 3 ults out. Whatever. I think if you're G2, you still look at that round as a success. Your money is great. You got 3 ults out. It's like, cool. Now we can move on to the next round.
I think you have to look at it though. Is they used 3 ultimates to win that last round.
All right, now they're commenting on it.
Running back their default. A lot less of a focus here towards B main from Oxygen, which I think they might retake later on. The Trailblazer is still going to buy a lot of information, take a lot of space.
Like, ideally,
Oxygen, who we're going to see how they respond to that.
Ideally, if you're Oxygen, you win that round with only 1 or 2 ults.
These players and be heaven back towards kind of the staircase, and
yeah, it's already 1-6, and they're on offense.
Space has been absorbed here by G2 towards mid again, and I want to say they're going to end in towards an A split here, but they have still Shaz lurking back towards B main, just kind of having multiple options. Randy's in a good spot as well. You can see
we just keep grabbing mid control here.
Nanostorm to protect the lockdown play that he wants to utilize in the back of defender spawn or the back of B site.
Still so many question marks. They are setting up for B main finally, though.
They're not
One
fighting
person's
here
gonna
at all.
come out.
Oh,
my. Randy Savage again. He's playing back towards spawn. He has a lockdown to be able to defend or even just use it now. Indeed, he will. 30 seconds left. Spike still hasn't gone down yet. It might still. 25 left. Spike won't go down. They're going to wait for the lockdown to dissipate away and just try to re-hit the site. Here they finally come. The swing out, trade back from Penny. Dapper swinging out from behind from heaven. It works out for control of site now. They have, again, the Cosmic Divide. Dapper from above. Huge kill from Dapper. Even bigger swing from Whippy. It's a 1v4 now for Pony. He does have a little bit to use. Doesn't know these positions at all.
Amazing. That was so much just happened, but that was amazing.
It's so good.
High-low setup here as well, so Pony has got his work cut out for him now, Gus.
I love this setup.
It's impossible. It's impossible. Hit him from below. Hit him from above. Pony, full HP, has just a little bit of damage to give, but no kills to get. KG2.
So this thing you can call, chat, is a high-low, where it's basically like they put one crouching on the low and then one up above. And then when that person swings out, first of all, their crosshair just might not even be in the right spot. So he didn't even get one of them, right? So he wouldn't even have won the 1v1, but it's like there's 2 there. And it's impossible. Like, again, that's where you have to hope the bing bing and like get really lucky. But like against these players, you don't really beat that. I mean, high-low and a cross are like not... High-low is a little bit easier to beat than a cross, but...
You want to say that, hey, get like 5 rounds here and there's a chance to make this comeback happen. But the way G2 been playing, the way they've been scaling up, again, this is another site where there's only 1 player contesting, and the Trailblazer getting so much info once more.
Good timing by Verno.
It's a great defender map, but it's so hard to retake on. Verno, though, does stop finally. A little bit of that take from G2, 1 big kill, but nobody's going to be playing the middle of A. It's 3 players trying to recollect heaven, and Dapper, he could have shown face a long time ago, but he's just waiting for elevator. This position might come up big.
Shazam is trying to hold heaven to allow.
Oh, Dapper going for a crazy flank. Oh, I love this.
He's going spawn?
Oh, Dapper, I love
They
this.
need to make this retake fast. The flank is coming.
Shazam with a pop flash. Might get something. Ducks and darts. But there's Dapper
That's a
still on
huge
the
kill.
work, and Shazam is just trying to delay.
Sight's clear. Sight's clear. Dapper's coming up finally from heaven.
Well.
Shazam swinging away, but nobody has an angle towards Spike. Shazam tapping away, and it's only going to be one now. Whippy in a 1v3. Has line of sight to the Spike, but all 3 players have a crossfire on him. Oxygen. They sweat one out.
An awkward plant spot as well, I think, for this
Charity
post-play
round.
of G2. Oxygen effectively. I love the way Verno played. He didn't give his position up. He stayed on the rope in a head glitch angle, was able to find a frag and kind of just duck out of there. So giving
I think if Dapper had committed to the flank a little bit earlier, they would have had it.
You can see it's tucked in the corner where
But it was close.
3 players are leaning towards heaven. The cosmic divide doesn't make things any easier at all. Really nice retake from Oxygen there. Holding heaven, expecting that's where the fight's going to be, as that's where it has been the past couple rounds they went A.
Similar to what we've seen before, Dapper going to be a nuisance here on the A side, but this is, again, early B main control that we haven't seen from G2, actually. Oxygen have gotten an early peek. Randy Savage's util gets a contact early.
Cody's looking to punish really early.
Oh
He didn't
my
fight his
God.
back, and
It
that's
doesn't
the cue.
matter.
That's the cue for G2 to hit the B site.
Well, they
heard
already
Dapper was
hit
getting
B.
chased
They
by
already
Cody,
have
said,
the
"Hey,
Sentinel
hit B, hit
down."
B. I've got 2 players following
Oxy
me."
moving up. Oxy's a
Instantly, G2 are gonna
psycho.
get this site control.
Headless chicken almost for Oxygen, but now here comes Oxy. Oxy trying to cut down some of this retake potential, and no, Pony! That might have just actually worked out for a bit of a bait. Showstopper misses out. Oxy still holding up on heaven. It's going to be 3 players coming out of this one position. It's going to be a
I
big
still
waterfall.
think they have
Dapper
much
has
time.
the angle, has the headshot position. Scuba's going to be one.
They're
with
just
the
losing
util,
so
and now
much
all the
time.
util is gone. Now has to just make the retake. Oxy with 1 good kill. The man advantage is there for G2. This is so difficult. Oxygen
Ooh,
has to
big
hard
kills,
clear every
though.
angle. Showstopper is here though. Pony launches it out into main, but nobody gets
Nope.
taken out.
Nope.
Finally, the defuse is trying
Nah.
to go down, but it just will not happen. G2, by the skin of their teeth, to take it.
An insane triple
I don't know if
face
that's
towards
by the
B
skin
main.
of their teeth.
G2 again playing the post play extremely well.
It is crazy how much Showstopper pops off in like our elo versus like we've just watched. I feel like we've watched
Extremely
4
scary for a
Showstoppers
second.
get shut down in
Threaded
this.
the needle.
Right, and G2 are able to avoid it, get the round on the
I gotta go
board,
pee real quick,
put
chat.
themselves 8-2
Hey, look,
now,
little
resetting
8-2, not even
Oxygen.
on defense yet.
And Oxygen are going to be looking to have 1 more bye moving forward in this half as we head into round number 11. G2 are again going to focus their attention towards the B side of the map. I think a slow orb to come out here from Penny, take that control. 4 players this time from Oxygen to try and fight mid. And we're going to see if they're going to be able to hold out Shazam.
That same Trailblazer. Not going to get any of that info. Up into heaven. Again, so cheeky. How this could actually work out for Oxygen, but again, G2. We've seen a big push over into heaven only really once or twice in this half. Trap isn't going to come into fruition. Instead, everyone for G2 into the middle of B side. Not a single person connecting with heaven. Very safe.
Great take here from G2. I think it's going to be another investor flawless here in a second unless Oxy gets really, really hungry
What?
with the shorty of all things. Maybe don't go for that one, my friend, but 9-2 start in this series for G2.
9-2, another investor
everyone kinda has to look
flawless.
at his
Oh
team and
yeah.
say, hey, yeah, we were doubters. Yeah, we were haters in week 1, but this team is playing extremely, extremely well.
I think pro Raze alts rarely get kills because people won't stack together. They know to spread out. Number 1, number 2 is like people position, like their movement in pro is so much better. I don't think people play Raze in pro play for the alt. They play it for Boombot and I think they play it for the mobility, entry mobility, Boombot for clear, and then grenade for clear.
To play well. Up on top of 12. Player who's back, Oxy. He's up on 12, almost doubling his last KD. It was just a poor side-on attack.
Oh
though, I
look,
gotta admit,
two
but Oxy's
bots
back.
meet each other. Oh wait, that's what
Oxygen.
happens. I
Take
know
a
they
lot
just
more control
die.
early on them before. They do take up B main. Get a fight for that too.
Yeah,
Boombot
Raze
comes
is
out
like a
towards them.
duelist that actually has crazy, like a duelist that low key can like give Sentinel power for stopping power.
But he does actually lose that fight for the first time. So Oxygen 4v5. I think it's the second 4v5 advantage that they've had, or 5v4 advantage, if you will. But all that noise has given Dapper the opportunity to slip in towards A, Still covered up by that alarm bot, though, is going to be a little bit tricky to work around. And Mitch,
This is a nice off angle.
Plenty of util to battle with.
Yeah, it's a great off angle. Has to at least get one here. No way, Penny.
Penny clears it,
Inching his
though.
way towards the wall, and he takes down Mitch. And now Dapper gets spotted by the alarm bot, sure, but has positioning now for his teammates over in heaven. The peek from Verno, double flashes, can make so much chaos here over in heaven. Just with one piece of utility, 3 players are on the open here. The guiding light doesn't come
they're
out.
fucked.
And the watch over from screens is going to get covered up.
That's
G2 with a
10-2.
chance.
Penny's going to get this spike down as well and leave 2 players up towards
Whoa.
heaven. Shazam in the smoke is going
Oh,
to
Shazam should have had that.
Pony takes him out. The spike is down in a 3-on-3.
All right, 3v3. Ooh, 3v3 is
Opportunity here
fun.
for a lurk from Whippy, as it is going to be Penny to try and reinforce. They're leaving Dapper alone on the site.
Do they know
like-
about
I
Whippy?
like
They're
where
gonna
Whippy-
hardclip
I like where
every
Whippy and
angle
Penny
here.
are.
Surely, Whippy holding up from elevator. There goes the swing for the raise. Gonna take in down. Penny finally comes around.
1v1.
And Randy Savage.
Come on, Dapper.
Stays alive after the trade formulates. And Dapper,
Yes.
perfect
Well,
timing
10-2.
off the swing. Randy Savage was mid-air when the mouse one clicked off for him.
Bro, I
10-2, double digits for G2.
I might have called this wrong. I said what? I said 10-6, or sorry, 13-6, 13-7. Bro, this is looking rough. This just looks, this looks like a whole team diff.
Yeah, question marks for G2 going into this next week. Have other teams caught up to them? Have they developed fully with Oxy? They certainly have here. And Oxygen not looking good whatsoever in this first map alone. Scuba has been there, but he hasn't been the best just yet. And obviously, there's only so much you can do at a 10-2 deficit. They switch sides to the attack, and now G2 have got all the
I see a
advantages on their
13-5
side,
this
I think,
game.
given how this map plays
It
out.
depends how pistol round goes. If G2 win pistol round, I think it's just a
Oxygen
13-2.
Lost the first map last week of play. Ended up winning the full best of 3 after
If
that.
they lose pistol, probably
Not all is
13-5,
lost here.
13-6.
But it has to start off right
Bro,
against Split. They are on the attack.
You can't give up 3 rounds
Anything to really start here. G2
as a-
pretty much have their
as
number.
attacker on
You can
split.
see how different this approach is on this defensive
Whoa.
side. They take up all the space here towards the A part or the A side of the map. And
Bro, having
Oxygen are
Cypher is
just kinda
crazy on this map.
try
Oh my
for
god.
space. Yeah, you're swinging into
Oh
Oxygen
my
instead. You're playing
God.
exceptionally well. You're
And
not
then
winning
just-
that fight, my man.
And then just fucking bounce out of there,
Top
man.
of the classic.
That's my boy.
And there were 2 players there
It's
too.
shit, Oxy.
Spike is still very much on the B side. I thought it would be a little bit of false information for G2, and indeed it was. 4 players rotate over towards that
sorry,
A side, or
cursor.
at least the stage from mid rotates
Still
over.
getting used to the watch party.
This does leave some empty gaps for Oxygen.
Sage
Verno
Wall getting
also
broken,
tagged.
just instantly swings 3 players down to the B side. They still make the exec a little bit harder. No slower from Penny to stop the exec. You just have a trip from Dapper, and now they start to approach. And Dapper's got the one-way, so they're not going to approach instantly just yet.
Again, they don't
Oh,
have the
this is
Astra though.
tough.
No smokes. They can't make it out really at all without taking on a bunch of battles. Oxygen's going to be able to get one, but the Wild
bunch
West
of them are
actually
lit.
ends up in a
Pony's
3v4. There
Yeah.
goes a shot back.
This is gonna be
again,
rough.
one from Whippy.
Go crazy,
Whippy
Oxy.
again.
And it's
Tumble
over.
in the back line. And Dapper always making his run in rafters
Oxy
anyways.
better than
G2
Oxygen.
complete the pistol round in the
True.
way that they wanted comfortably.
That's GG.
I'm curious to see what this Oxygen buy is going to look like. No Stinger meta. It's 1,100 credits now, and still, they are going to force up the Stingers. Verno down to 0 credits. It's getting desperate here from Oxygen.
Yeah, they're for
G2
they have
in
they didn't even
full
get planned.
control
They
of
have
this
to
series, or
force.
apologies, this first map at least, and I guess you can call it the series. Judge, Stinger, 3 Spectres, G2. Got all the tools, and I think especially that Judge, which I really want to
Yeah,
see.
now this is a 13-2 or a 13-3. You
Focus
don't
towards mid for
really
both of these
come back
sides.
here. I mean, G2 could start throwing and doing some dumb shit and they'll still win this game. It's really hard to come back here.
Stingers, they have
Ah.
to sing the long range Stinger.
That's
He's not
a
gone
spike drop as well.
whatsoever.
Drop a wall
Hey.
here, that's going to split everything
Oh
up.
god, bad grenade too.
What was it, like a 4th of his kills? Penny with the Stinger, and he continues to go off. The shotgun is still here. 3 players are still here. 4 players are still here in mid for the defensive side. But again, still SMGs for Oxygen, but they desperately need top mid. Again, Spike behind the wall.
What
so
are they
many players
doing?
with
Yeah.
eyes on it. What flashes do
Oh
they
my
have?
God.
What util do they
Oh
use?
my God.
Absolutely nothing. G2, an investor flawless within 5 seconds of mid. 4 players go down.
Yeah, it's
A
been
flawless, even though they force. Like, bro, this is just disgusting.
G2
Disgusting.
everything right, playing this map almost perfect. I think Oxygen, you know, it's hard to. I want to say that maybe they're just not familiar with this map. You know, like young kids, I guess. Oxy's really the youngest one, but still.
How old is
Oxygen have
Oxy?
just been getting run over in this first map, and G2 looking to seal the deal here in map number 1 with a 13-2 lead. And Oxy, Pony's gonna get it in the face of at least one. That being Penny will break the wall down, but a good response there from G2 to maintain the heavy control and elevator. Yes, they lose the mid side, but they still have players here to fight.
Yeah, it's double elevator too. This is so strong for G2 and what is a very default
they weren't ready for that.
Oxygen. But there's no way they go out with the spike in mid. One is there to pick it back up, but both of them could have died there.
And Whippy's still just holding this.
Here against Scuba as well, I presume. A little bit of damage, he's just slowing it down. They know the A hit is coming. G2 have got everything ready for them. Full B main control, still 2 trips to play with, and Oxy with a shotgun.
No! Not the boom bot, not the shotgun! Pony comes in flying and he takes down both. There's still one here. Looking to have some fun. Whippy whipping around. Gonna be able to get the first. Again, SMGs galore.
Bro, Whippy pulled away thinking he got the kill.
G2 with only 2 players left.
They still haven't planted yet, though.
Just looked at the
I don't know. Dapper and Penny could still do this.
Spike will go down, and Oxygen.
Statistically, sure.
Verno's lit.
Whoa, what was that jump? And I'm not a big fan of these crossfires being held because it's just one-on-ones right now from Oxygen.
I mean, this looks pretty good for G2.
Someone could easily be an elbow right now, but they do have the peak.
Digger around the corner is just gonna murder him if he's ready for it.
No, Verno! He got spotted and now he's back on site! Penny could come up behind! 6 HP though for Penny. This could be it for Verno! And indeed
all right. We'll let him have
from
that
Scuba
one.
to get that
West Side, thanks for the 10 months.
3 rounds for Oxygen. Long road, to say the least.
Still a lot of 1v1s given up there, you know. Not the biggest fan of the way Oxygen played that, but they get it done because of a shotgun from Pony. That's full rifles now for G2. 3 rifles bought here between Pony, Verno, and Randy Savage. 9 rounds in a row they have to collect.
Nah, there's no shot. There's no way we throw this, right, guys? There's no way G2 throws, right?
Fault line to take space as well. It's G2 not adamant this time. Take space that quickly. You've got a nade and a.
Guys, there's no way, right?
Between these 2 agents of Oxy and Penny.
Whoa!
That's an instant kill. That's not tradable. It gives a lot of space to Oxygen.
Guys, there's no way, right?
And Pony is 1 orb away from the showstopper 2. 1 kill, and that's pretty much the site take for them. That's why you see him on the front lines. Looking for the first contact.
Nice,
Randy Savage
Dapper.
is going to come out of B main, though. Looking for the B split, and he is gone. Still have the raise. Looking for the peak. He has such a party in heaven to deal with. Pony's here. Mitch is here. Verno's here. And it could just be free frags here for either Oxy or Dapper. They don't know their positions, though.
There's no one in B main as well.
Look at the flank!
Full attention here. Yep, there's still 1 player in the middle. Shazam. Lurking and waiting. And look at it. They're trying to wait for him.
The spike's right in front of him.
Mitch is holding the angle and he doesn't know. This is a huge surprise if Oxygen don't check their corners.
And they're done. They're going to go back mid. Shazam's going to be there with a face. How does Mitch get that kill? 11 HP left for the man.
He's 11 HP, though.
They could 2v1 this.
But it's still Dapper on site with his util. And by util, I mean his cam, which will give him the first contact and give him that information. And that's why we haven't seen Whippy rotate just yet.
Oh, they spotted it.
They're committing B.
17, though. They have to commit. Full HP here for Dapper. Might have Spike in his line of sight. 10 seconds. Walking right through the smoke. They're not going to spot him. They're not going to spot him.
Oh, my God.
The round is over. The game is over.
Maybe he got it?
G2.
He got it.
What?
How do these guys not know that he got it? 4 seconds.
Whippy, okay, in the clutch one-on-one?
I guess the timer was wrong for us. The game still goes. 1v1.
The timer was wrong. We saw the same
come
thing.
Up from above. Scuba sinking deeper into B main. Has a much better position to play a ring around the Rosie with Whippy. Whippy fakes it.
He hasn't thrown a star on him.
Walking around and the game keeps going. Oh, my bad for the bait.
I thought he had it.
I wasn't the only one.
No, I was like, okay, he can still play. He just has to drop down right away and plant.
Oh, sure, yeah. You see like 3.5 seconds left of the clock. Okay, bud. Okay.
Reset onto G2 with just pistols. I mean, the game keeps going. I thought for sure there was no time as well when you made that cue, but
all right, we have to lose that. We lose this round though. We lose this round. That's fine.
0 with the plan off, but Oxygen.
So now this is the time. If you just need the one round, now is the time where you stack your ults. You can just fucking stack that shit up.
Against just pistols, I think he's gonna hold on to it.
They might want it.
And they full
it's gonna be 4 players.
Look, Dapper's all the way through B main, so we at least have a 4-player stack. It is with just sheriffs.
It's all the information that they want, but
an asterisk on that because I feel like this is how games out on ecos. It's always an anti-eco that they lose.
Okay, sure. I want to see it. Oxy, pop off. Young man.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Position. The young man goes nuts, and now he has a showstopper. Tech knock it all down. Radio on the corner. Gone.
Oh my.
Oxygen takes the breath away from Oxygen.
What?
What was that from Oxy?
What?
I was baiting. I was baiting the anti-eco clutch.
I was hearing the caps like, nah, it's not an anti-eco clutch. What the fuck was that?
An unbelievable 4K. And G2 Esports gonna take map 1 and fashion like that. That was just ridiculous.
Go on, young man.
Yeah, was that a collab? Wait, or was it 2 shots? I didn't
take it. Oh my goodness. I mean, we were questioning the value of Oxy to this team in general. What is his role to this squad? And I mean, there's a reason why they picked him up from the catacombs, from the depths of VLR. This guy has the stats. This guy has the plays.
I need to see that again.
Up. He just hasn't shown it in the first 2 weeks.
I agree. I think that deserves it.
Here.
We got G2 Esports in the chat, guys. That deserves.
From G2 was, hey, Oxy, what are you doing, man? When are you gonna step up and be the fragger that G2 needs, right? The Trent from the guard, the Zekin from Xset. We need a youngster.
That was insane.
Like him in this scene.
All right, G2 Esports, run that giveaway.
Huge.
What do the people need to do to enter the giveaway?
Honestly, one of the most crazy endings I've ever seen, and probably one of the best looks that we've seen from G2 this season.
Yeah, wild. But again, the script was pretty much set. You got G2 on Sheriffs. You got 3-4 players on the same side of the map. They're looking to have some fun. They're looking to make some clips, to say the very least. But
that was a clip. That was a fucking clip.
By the end of that round, or at least by the end of the next few rounds, to say the very least.
I'm gonna say it. That's not only the game is ending, but that's like tilting. If you're Oxygen to lose. Because you're like, okay, we got a round. Let's get another round. Let's just take as many off them. We have guns. They have sheriffs. Oh, are we seeing it again?
Michael Galino, Dapper, Sentinel, G2 Esports. So me and Shazam come from Sentinels, and Penny, Whippy, and also our coach Emmy come from V1. So me and Chaz have history, obviously, and those 3 have history. And then now we have Oxy coming in from Dark Ratio. So at first, you could definitely tell, like, we had different theories and philosophies on, like, what is the most ideal thing to do in these situations. And we're talking about in practice or VOD review. We might have differing opinions, but now I think we're getting to the point where we tried this, we tried that, and now we're kind of, like, meddling them into the middle and really figuring out what works.
I do think the team
instead of what worked for Sentinels and what worked for V1.
I will say, watching these guys play, it really does feel like the G2 roster plays a certain way. It actually feels like we have a lot of cohesion.
He's getting the most insane zoomer, so I'm always like down to enable that guy. Just, you know, with our veteran status.
Bro, having some 16-year-old zoomer on your jet or race is amazing.
A 3v4, and we'll know what to do subconsciously, and now we're building up the team chem to make it so we barely even have to comm, or we'll just comm what we're doing. Everybody's right there and fully agree and fully on the same page, and that's really all you want. I would say I would describe our playstyle as being like chaotic and disruptive. At least that's how I hope it to be. Sometimes it doesn't always work out like that, but yeah, we try to be in your face and try to throw you off your game plan.
It does feel like G2 plays very aggressive.
Do against some of these unexperienced teams is kind of just let them flow and get into their game style. So we like to mix up what is usually the norm and find like holes. I think against Oxygen, we scrimmed against them a decent amount. I respect their players. I think Mitch is really good. I think Verno's a pretty good up-and-comer. I've been impressed with like both their play and their whole team play in general. I think they play like a good style.
Sophie won.
And they seem to have like an issue with choking and closing out matches. So I feel like they have a really strong game plan, and we just have to focus on like disrupting them, probably throw them off, like get them off like their comfort. And hopefully,
I need to see that Oxy clip.
Come back and it's fine.
I need to see that Oxy clip,
I'm not a huge
dude.
fan of like looking out for a specific player and being like, oh, let's really focus on him and try to disrupt his game plan. I think a lot of these teams just in general just have team tendencies on like what they do.
I agree with that.
How obvious it is on like if they throw this piece of thing, they're just.
I don't think in Valorant you have as much like, oh, this one player is going to do this, we have to stop that. It feels way more like that's like a League of Legends thing where individual champion discrepancies can like be way bigger than Valorant. Valorant feels much more like, oh, their team plays like
One
this.
step ahead, and I feel like we're a really good team on figuring that out. Yeah, I would just say my message for Oxygen is that we're just gonna win, so it's gonna be easy.
Yeah, I mean, that could have aged really poorly, but thank God we just saw, you know.
Yo, check it out.
Yo.
Want to know if the price of those Wave Runners is too good to be true?
Yeah.
Or if I Wear My Kicks 49 is truly selling dead stocks?
Yeah.
Or if that Jordan 1 Royal Box is original?
Yeah.
eBay checks. See that little blue check mark? Behind it is a team of independent authenticators who check. And we mean everything. Every tongue, check. Every toe box, check. Every corner of every box, check, 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 check.
Yeah, and maybe I'm not supposed to be like commenting on the sponsors who host this, but I'm gonna be honest, like the Chinese knockoffs, there's no way you guys are gonna like fully be able to clear those. Yeah, listen, you're experts. There's no way they're getting around some of the Chinese knockoffs. Those things are fucking crazy.
Tag them, log them in the system, box them up, and ship them out.
This is eBay's answer to StockX, by the way. 100%.
Open that box is as real gets.
Yeah, was she smelling him? Yeah, I love Bitmoji debit cards.
Just don't say anything.
We had so many guys.
Just don't say anything.
We had
Yeah.
so many question marks going into this series about both of the teams. And like,
Did we?
This was just.
I didn't really have many question marks. I thought my team was gonna shit on them because I'm biased and I'm signed to the org, so I just assumed G2 would shit on them. I don't have a question mark. Oxygen lost to a team that we beat, therefore by transit property we're just better. What? Guys, we had so many questions coming into this game. Who's gonna pee first? What did they have for breakfast? Yeah, those are my questions. I don't like, what the fuck?
That again, they were playing mostly Jet before, and coming up on the Raze agent, where has recently gotten a nerf and has actually needed a lot of those boom bots to make some of these takes happen. A lot of those plays came down to a stellar individual aim and game sense, and it's finally the player with the value that we expected for G2.
I mean, that last round there, I mean,
Kit
I heard
Kats
y'all
for breakfast?
popping
Hell yeah.
off. That was some.
How are there zero thrifties? Wait, I'm sorry. Stats people. How are there zero thrifties when we literally just saw Oxy and the team pull off a thrifty in the last round? This is why I don't trust stats. How is that not a thrifty? What? Like what?
I was, again, one of the haters, like, okay, Oxy, you played good. We need you to be a little bit better. We know what G2 need. They need a...
Dude, what do you mean, Oxy, you played good, but we need you to play better? Oxy's been fucking popping off. You're just creating narratives to create narratives. Oxy's been popping off. He popped off that game. Cool.
Was miles ahead of whatever Oxygen had planned for themselves.
Yeah, G2
I don't think it was a
looked
force.
so
They were on Sheriff.
coordinated as a team over on Split. Every execution, every push that they had, and I feel like there was moments too where Oxygen was faltering a little bit. I mean, there is definitely scenarios where it seemed like G2 was just given the 1v1s, and moments that G2 could really capitalize off of. But at the end of the day, they capitalize off of every single one of those moments of mine. And I mean, every shot and everything from them was just really clean Valorant.
Yeah, and that's all you really want to see from G2 at the moment, because again, we're looking for consistency in a team who claims themselves to be.
Mods, get the Gamba running. We're gonna do pistol round Gamba.
Because again, G2, they still
pistol
have a lot
round
of challenges
Gamba
in front of them. They still have
Listen, if
Shopify to
G2
face
wins
up coming up in the
pistol,
next week.
I'm gonna say
and
G2
of course,
wins pistol.
going on for the rest of this best of 3, we're talking about maps.
If
that
G2 wins
Oxygen,
pistol
they
round, we're giving
actually
away a
have
Logitech
experience
mouse.
on.
Okay,
there are going to be gaps now that have been covered up
I think
from
pistol
Oxygen
round
since
means you win the game. So,
and it's not just maps that they're familiar with; they are good on.
I feel like there's a very big asterisk there, Gus, because you say that it's two maps that they have experience on, and I feel like you're going off the fact that Split hasn't been in the map pool. So I'm going to counter that argument and say this is also 2 maps that G2 have experience on. So
for sure,
Split was the first. This is the first time either of these 2 teams have played Split since it's been put back in the map pool, since it was taken.
Bro, I feel like G2 has played every single map. Like, I feel like we have watched them play every single map so far, including their questionable game on Fracture.
2 weeks of development before these 2 teams, so I just think right now you're looking at it and saying G2 are online in all aspects. The way the shots were hitting, the way everything was.
Well, yeah, it's an online game. What? Of course they're online.
With that 2-week break, and they have come back even stronger than before.
I agree with everything said about G2. Do not get me wrong on that one. I do think, though, when it comes to Oxygen, they're a team that, when they start to get pushed outside of their comfort just a little bit, things start to really quickly fall apart. Dapper even talked about it in that little interview we had during the break content. Like, it is a team that is prone to throwing or not looking good, and even looking at individual player performance. I mean, as soon.
Okay, I'll just say it for them. Okay, Oxygen is tilted. Bro, they got shit. They started defense, got shit on, so they're tilted. Then they go onto offense, already having gotten shit on. They still get shit on. They finally gain a bit of momentum, and then the game ends with Oxy one-tapping them. Their fucking namesake, some kid named Oxy, who's more well-known than their entire team, one-tapping them, getting the showstopper, and probably getting the only raised showstopper kill of the entire match, and then ending the match there, or ending the game there. I analyzed it for you.
It's their map pick. There's a big chance for Oxygen to push this to a map 3. G2, in their last 2 weeks, by the way, had always lost map 1, so them winning map 1 only, I feel like, shows good signs to this team, showing that, yeah, these guys are warmed up. Yes, they're finally ready. They don't need that 1 map warm up, and they're ready to go into map 2.
Speaking of Scuba for a second, though.
All right, that's the only caster info that. Listen, the only thing that changed between when we played previously and now playing is we don't need our 1 map warm up that we throw before we come back and win 3-1 or 2-1. Okay. What do the casters do to you, and why are you blasting them so hard? It's banter. I'm just bantering with them.
Right for a little confusion, but hopefully if we can get to see that Scuba that we know and expect maybe come out, we could see a little bit of a different look on Haven of mine.
Yeah, or at least I hope so.
Yo,
from
Stream
Oxygen,
Elements, chill.
Going into Haven.
Oh my God, Stream Elements, relax.
Different agency. Both teams, really. Yeah. G2, they actually come into this map with a neon. Which
Sir Hype, check this out.
Say what you will. I think more util the better.
All right, Sir Hype, you're gonna love this. All right, chat, spam Pog.
And I feel like off the first half, we should just see an.
Watch this. Ready? Chat, spam Pog.
Idea on how they want to play.
Well, I'm excited to see that neon come out.
The streak.
To see if Oxygen can try and
let's go. Okay. Spam Keck W.
Thank you so much again. So again, Haven, Ascent, the last 2 maps for us are the ones that Oxygen actually has.
Nice.
For G2. But Oxygen going into these.
Bro, it was one of those things. I would keep watching the XQC clips, and I'm like, dude, how does he have this like emote thing? I went onto YouTube. I was like, emote combo Twitch. Fucking one video, guys. Like, hey, just go to this site, put in your channel name, do this, put it here. It was the easiest thing I've ever set up. I don't know why it took me so fucking long to do.
They took them.
All right, what are we playing?
So can they do it here against G2? Can they reverse?
Oh my God, Oxy on the jet. I'm gonna fucking come to my senses and not say anything that's unsafe for brands.
Composition for G2, and I think we're gonna see a lot of explosivity, something that we saw on the Split A side of the
Come to my senses, chat.
Very aggressive take that we saw in Split hopefully translates.
Wow,
over
I'm
here.
getting a
Penny
little
should be good enough
tired.
to break
Better
these lines.
roll
I
my
think the big
Herman
matchup
Miller
between
chair
Penny and
over.
Mitch in terms of
The Red
utility.
Bull
Can
fridge.
Mitch slow down Penny's aggression? Can Penny get past these fault lines and break kind of those fault line sites?
Yeah, so excited to see again that double duelist comp coming back once again for this team. It just makes this map so versatile to play against, or to play against them on.
Listen, there are some things that I genuinely love to see. I see Dapper on Cypher. I think yes. I see Oxy on Jet. I think yes. Love it.
A lot more of a nightmare. They're usually going to play up together when it comes to the defensive scenarios, and that's exactly where we're going to see
Bro,
Long
what
as
a
we get into map
crazy
2.
setup.
A really big fight here between Oxygen and G2 coming out towards A long. Smoke is going to give both teams kind of cover, but give Oxygen the opportunity to walk up and pop where they have flashes to send through, and that's why we see G2 backing away.
The retake potential off the double duelist too is going to be so fun to watch, but I don't think they're aiming for retake scenario at the moment. Oxygen full control along at the moment, and they absolutely know it. And they're not backing out. 2 players trying to hold up on short, but it's a big waning position battle here in the middle of A site.
Yeah, they just cut noise instantly. Penny's got one more.
Oh, we have no info. I don't like this round for us.
Slow this push down.
We might not be getting a mouse, guys.
Here instead, off of a single flash and that contact.
That worked.
Good flash.
Gives them the info, but doesn't stop Oxygen from this hit. They have full committed all these players to A, and there's no backdoor to get out of here.
Again, they fully know that there's 3 here, and they're still committing to it. Jet in the back line, 1v1 against Oxy, and Oxy goes down. The 1v1 over and short. Randy Savage can't find his target, so instead it's going to be a 2-on-2 in the middle of sight. Shazam goes down.
Okay.
And Verno, however, staying alive, looking to play with a little bit of space. Pony doing the same. The attackers, they do find the space they wanted. It's a little unfortunate for G2, but the retake still happens here. Dapper and Whippy. How do those swings even go down there for Oxygen?
Come on.
Randy Savage, 2v2 now.
Singular nanostorm on the spike as well, and that smoke.
Good smoke.
Force Randy Savage's hand. Mitch,
nice.
Big kill. An even better trade with Randy. Has the better of him to give Oxygen the 1-0 start. Coming into this map. Could they cool
We'll do
their
a mouse if we win the game, though. How about that?
They did air their pistol round. Can they continue that form moving
Mods,
forward?
run a new Gamba.
Finally, their first
Does
lead
G2
here in
win the
series,
game?
but more importantly, G2, they felt so confident. Surely on this whole 3 players here.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I think it's like if you have a series in Valorant and you win pistol round, it's just weird to be like, hey, their first lead. Like, come on, like say it after maybe after 6 rounds have gone and we've had gun rounds, right? Like, don't be like their first lead when they won a pistol round, man.
Save their economy.
And Vandals.
I think they bought the Vandal over. Yeah, it's just interesting that they leave Randy Savage and Scuba on just the pistols to get that double rifle, but Verno could have dropped one over. But Oxygen, I think that last map was no one stepping up. Obviously, I think it was a big, just honestly, an aim diff at times, but also a big tactic diff as well. G2 controlling the middle of the map here. I think.
Bro, I love that G2 has moved everyone over to A. This is hilarious. Look at the minimap. What is going on, dude?
G2 down their attacking side of Split. So players like Scuba, who've always been really good, like you said, first time playing Astra, didn't put up the best numbers. He's familiar on both Brim and Omen. And that's what we're looking for from Scuba. Now he's on the Omen, a much more comfortable agent. Can he step up big here? As Pony, I thought last map didn't have the worst performance ever. He actually looked really good at times.
No, it was top bragging for the team, but at least for this round, needs to be on the front line to try to make something happen again. The pistols, they're going to go down. The trades are coming in good here for the defense. The pistols are up. Oxygen, Oxy, they have him around the corner to do it all. There's no way they win this round. He picked up a Vandal. Vandal v Vandal, though. They both picked one up. 6 bullets left for Oxy. And the headshot for Randy Savage is there.
I don't, dude, I'm sorry. You have those kinds of guns and you give up 5, like, that's a great eco. We'll take that, bro.
Like leeway here for the side of Oxygen. But the fact is, 2 players have 0 credits and they both had just pistols. So they're not in the best financial spot. You'll see here in this buy. Randy can't get a gun. Mitch will have to work with a Vandal light armor if that's what he wants to go for. And Randy's just going to go back to a pistol to try and keep himself in the same economic standing as his team. And G2, with their full rifles, establishing a long control early again here with Penny alongside Shazam.
Yeah, and with the power of the Astra, they already get some util over up in A main. They don't need to utilize the Neon. They just need to keep the Sky here.
I love Oxy playing on top of the box there, by the way.
They're going to group up once again, and they might need him.
This is my favorite spot.
Up heaven, at least for the lurk. That's a very dangerous person too. You do not want to see Scuba in a position like this.
I don't like that
Teetering
Scuba's
towards
there.
The A site. They're leaving Scuba here to catch lurks right now. And both Duelists and Penny and Oxy are starting to shift over to the A site. Information being fed from Scuba to the rest of the team. And Trailblazer, huge, as you said, gets a lot of information. They kind of understand where this command is
Oxy.
coming from. There's not a
So
lot of
important.
utility here.
Oxy doesn't know
stars
this
down
guy's
just yet
here.
either. And that flash will get info as well. 50 seconds left, and Oxygen are starting to pivot away.
Such a desperate scenario for Scuba. Scuba has peeked around in so many different ways into the site, and Oxy, almost every single time, has timing his way out. The 1v1, the free 1v1 from Scuba has been taken away, and now the Jet is here on A instead. Here comes the dash in from Pony. Pony looking to clear it all. The wide swing from Oxy. Oxy, again, he could have gone down in B, but instead he's still alive. B is now open, though. Dapper is here to try to take down at least one. The plant is down.
God, yes.
What a shot.
Dapper.
3v1. Chances dwindling for Oxygen, but Burno still a couple of bullets and a couple of heads to aim at, but it's just not going to happen. Good retake again from G2.
Really nice.
Dapper was nasty there.
I like the idea though from Oxygen. Scuba kind of lurking towards mid. He did a
Good job, Stream Moments, for timing out
punish
Crams.
Whippy
Good
on the
auto mod.
swing. But I think G2 had the number in the sense that they didn't have to full commit to a rotate. Dapper the whole time was kind of just checking his cam periodically on C, so he was ready for that kind of B fight to come through.
Dapper does so much for this team.
Oxy winning big fights here on the A side as well to give his team the man advantage leading forward, and Dapper again. Two guys that were massive on that first map in terms of shot and kind of just firepower. Oxygen will have their full buy back.
Bro, Dapper Cypher is just such a
C,
problem.
I think they're kind of making the read. That's where Dapper's playing, and he's typically playing by himself as a Cypher anchor.
The thing is, Dapper does so much for this team that you don't even see. He lets the team stack elsewhere. He lets the team play so freely by doing what he does.
It's something that he's been always really good at in the past. His cage in front of him is going to deny this kind of dash. Doesn't pop this time around, though, and the flash is going to get through, but they don't know.
Whippy is through, and he's in with two. Pony's still in the back line, and he's getting corralled. You still have the position out for Oxy, but Pony goes absolutely nuts. Scuba takes away the other one, too. The position from Scuba was even more important. They barely knew he was there.
Oh, but this lurk from Randy. They need to go fast.
Penny and Shazam. Spike is yet to go down, and this honestly could be a cue to rotate here. He doesn't have to TP just yet, Pony. Waiting for Randy Savage to strike.
They don't know the long coverage, but Randy, again, he's going to be the hero. Gonna clear the backside here with a kill right onto Penny. Shazam, gonna pop out
Shazam.
70 HP remaining. One kill. He'll get the information on last, and he still has a guiding light to use. The dry, whoa! The dry wide swing from Pony ends up taking him out, though. Shazam, does he know about this 1v1? The TP comes in, and Scuba, he is gonna get revealed. In garage, finds the guiding light, or he finds again the Seeker, but he's down to half. 36
Oh my
HP!
God!
And
Shazam
finds the head of Scuba.
It's outrageous.
Every fucking time.
Shazam. Shot through the box.
When people doubt him, Shazam clutches these.
To give him
Oh my fucking God!
The awareness to pop the Seekers there as well is just brilliant from Shazam. I think the main mistake here from G2, or probably just Oxygen, was not holding that defender angle after he gets that kill and assuming he's going to hop in towards garage. You dropped the smoke there for a reason, yet you still hold the angle.
That ruins eco for Oxygen.
Launches out a 1v3. Resets now Oxygen. Oxy's going to go to the knives here with the Blade Storm. G2.
I like him going for knives. This can open up op for him later.
All it takes.
It also lets you play way more aggressively because you won't give up a gun if you die.
Especially now, where Oxygen are back down to pistols.
Jet alt versus jet alt.
Forced to just make one big rush. Might just be a free round here for G2. They have 3 players.
I thought Whippy would have avoided that.
Oh, missed the right click.
But he doesn't actually. He's going to get contested, but the rest of his team has arrived to help out.
Big flash. Good coordination, but it's not going to work out against Whippy. Penny.
Honestly,
Dapper,
Verno popped off.
Whippy all there.
It's not enough.
With his own 2.
Two-timing you and Tarek to watch? Hell yeah.
Streak now. They finally have their lead back.
As soon as that exec starts, it ends just as quickly. G2. Now the op goes to hand of Oxy. Him and Pony, we saw that head-to-head. Tied for op kills. I think they have the second most op kills of the teams and challengers from week 1 and 2.
Yeah, like I was saying, Oxy
Roxy picking up
runs the
defensive
daggers so you can get the op.
Between him or Pony on that last map split, it was Randy Savage instead that picked it up, and here Oxy's got it, and they're gonna set him up early. Shazam is gonna use.
I love op on
maybe a Trailblazer.
I love the op here.
And leave him to be this anchor.
We were mentioning his potential.
No util
It's
at
not
all.
going to come to fruition this time. Oxygen. They're going to completely leave A main. The op is going to be here for a while.
And a guiding light checks out A long as well, so now they know where the hit is coming, and they've been playing confidently on C due to Dapper's util. That's why we're seeing this B stack right now.
It's a 3-man pinch of B2.
Huge
They still
B
have
stack.
Astra util to react with in the back line. Neon util to react with. Still the guiding light to react with.
And Dapper's
Oxygen.
playing a double cage setup where they can't access backside, and that's where the trip is there for as well. So they can full focus and they know it's coming.
Wait, plan is coming in, and it's
Oh,
gonna
he
go
fucked
down.
up.
There goes 3 different kills coming out from Oxygen. G2.
but all of the
so
G2
many
players
light
got
swings,
fucked
but
up.
again, Whippy, he's always been here.
A little bit messy from G2. Puts Oxygen now with 2, 3
That was
postman
messy.
ultimates. A TV
I
back
saw
down
the
fight.
play
This round
from
looks like it's
Penny, and I
Oxygen
thought it
all
looked
over.
good, but
No smokes, but they do have the Cosmic Divide. Cosmic Divide maybe, but they're faking just for the peaks. There goes a Hunter's Fury, not going to be able to catch anyone. Oxy's up top, looking for a peek, looking for a pixel, but doesn't
he's getting out.
find
He's getting out.
anything.
He's saving op here.
Is that going to be it for Oxy? It looks like it is.
Yeah, we just save here.
Save here for the last 2 players. Could have had one big attempt.
Can't do anything here. If you can't find that first kill with the ultimates that are in the pocket of Oxygen, no way you're going to win a round like that. Oxygen with a huge flurry of 3 kills in the middle of B site. After, I feel like Penny maybe just wasn't ready when he popped that ultimate. Maybe a lack of coordination. We might see it in the replay there. But
Yeah, what happened
we will
here?
see it here. It just, there's not a lot of coordination. He kind of just stuns and solo fights this with, I think, a stun or a flash maybe catching, who was it? Whippy in the back. Couldn't get him into the fight. Same thing with Shazam. And that will give Oxygen a tied score on a 3-3. Still the op to work with. We're looking for a pretty big barrel again towards the C site. I think a similar attempt to what they tried previously against Dapper.
Very similar. They have so much pace in their hands to go into C.
And a rolling thunder to back them up as well. And a lockdown for this post plant.
Ooh, I like
Strong look
Oxy on B
towards C,
here.
and I think Dapper's going to have his work cut out for him and why he's called Whippy to help him out.
Owl's gonna
They
come
know about
out
the Rolling
again.
Thunder. They're
Only
playing
one
pretty
person
far
in this
back.
back line. 4 now. Dapper has to back out. Same thing with Whippy, but it's going to be a very, very, very fast rotation over towards this side of the map. Again, Rolling Thunder and the lockdown into effect. But the plan still hasn't happened yet. Pony watching the back line, and this is a retake here from G2. They have to go in with the lockdown, and instead they get punished.
They wanted to play fast, and
It was fast, but it wasn't what we needed.
Held. Crossfire, Scuba was already in garage. Scuba's already up in garage.
we need to
Scuba's got
clear
one.
that.
Scuba
Okay,
is
Penny,
gonna get
nice.
traded out, but that's Oxygen. The fast take towards C. A walk up and then a pop. And no chance there for G2 to respond.
Wait, Mitch is the first contact. Rolling Thunder is going to go away, but all 3 players are here. All of them can swing.
Yeah, there's no way you can.
Rolling Thunder
you can win that.
still in for the next round. They had to use the lockdown in the middle of the site, but that was the moth to the flame. G2 saw that lockdown. They just wanted to get rid of it.
The timeout called. First one that we're going to see from G2 in this
Good timeout.
series.
Good timeout, guys. Come on, let's. What's going on here, guys?
An
Come on.
exec like that, I think the C site is their weaker site, and that's what they're recognizing. I'm going to be interested to see after this eco round what the switch up's going to be. And yeah, this replay kind of encompasses everything that you were saying. They want a moth to the flame. They wanted to try and act quick, make sure the lockdown really had no impact, catch Oxygen players off guard.
Yeah,
But
hold on.
I think with Scuba playing in garage, it was
Hey,
kind
team.
of a really given read.
Hey, yeah, what's up, guys? On timeout, listen.
there for the first contact, and then Util just gets
Yeah, let me give you guys
down
some coaching
forwards.
tips. Don't
That
fucking
gives
miss your
Oxygen the lead.
shots.
A moment to kind of
Just click their heads.
G2.
Just
How do
be
we
better.
fix
There
this
you go.
C-site hole?
Yeah,
Because
you
that's
guys got
kind
it.
of
Good
been the
luck.
only weak
All
point.
right.
They haven't really been attempting A. It's been mainly B and C hits, and Dapper's just having a difficult time being the solo player. And you've got to now account for this Rolling Thunder still.
Got it.
Exactly. I think
Excellent
that's
coaching.
Near the end, you said it. Dapper, in what way can G2 really utilize this cipher here? In what way is it going to be successful?
All right, we're on
mainly
eco. We
as
probably
an
lose this
anchor on
round.
its
That's
own?
fine.
It's a little
We're
tough, but they
fine.
might be forced to play up a player with them instead.
They have been playing Whippy here. But I think just this being the Ikram, we're not going to see the full adaptation. And no contact towards A.
Right.
That's a lot of space for Shazam. And Dapper crosses a little high.
That was a cool angle to
Don't
hold.
find anything just yet. So Oxygen just putting pressure, wanting to farm this ult over here for Pony.
I like this aggressive play mid.
G2 have gone exploring down towards mid. That's where they want to go this time around. I think Oxy definitely hears that alarm bot already.
I mean, they fully anticipate it, right? Oh, okay. Oxy doesn't care. Takes down the lock bot, the alarm bot, and just always connecting the dots. Oxy, you nutter! There goes Verno slapping back two again. It is the rifle, but okay.
To my
The round is
senses.
back in the hands of Oxygen.
I don't think the 2 shots are going to be enough, but God, this kid and his sheriff.
The fuck
Dapper has
is
to go
that,
wild.
bro?
Yeah, the 2 shots definitely aren't going to do anything.
Oh my!
Unless I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm not.
The cage is up. Knows Verno's through. Now he's in the cage. Now he's playing. Could find Mitch. Mitch is low. 2 bullets left. Verno trying to play the 1v1.
Jesus, man.
Bro,
what is
make them
happening with
fucking
these sheriffs in
sweat.
G2?
We don't need fucking
Nearly
stingers,
a double
bro.
from Oxy wins them the round again.
We only need sheriffs.
My head.
G2, they're not going to pick up the round. Now the rifles come out and yup here again for Oxy. But yeah, that's
that was
shot
gross.
from Oxy. And
That was
low
gross.
key, I think him pulling out his knife is what kind of cost him his life there. But yeah,
Bro, I'm
extremely close. And a lot
gonna be honest, Oxy, that's the most zoomer shit you can do. Get 2 fucking beautiful shots, pull out your knife like a fucking zoomer dumbass, but I love it.
Here. Nothing really of significance, maybe besides the Secrets and Cosmic Divide for G2. They have ultimates to play with here as well.
The main thing is that we're not really clear with our health yet. The economy could still be reset. Oxy, we've seen this position before, but we haven't seen the kill come out from here yet. Oxy,
They played that
let's get
pretty
a pick
well
through
to
the wall.
push him off.
45 HP. Has the back of sight, but
Oh,
Oxygen, they're not
hit
reacting
Mitch.
immediately.
He did hit him.
Nothing towards B mid. That's
I
going
thought it
to
was
give them
straight.
the idea.
wait, now they
of
are.
giving them the Q, and oh, that Rolling Thunder
Okay, but we're all
clearing out
safe.
the site. And
Oh.
I thought they got away. Oxy
Beautiful. How did
you get
caught
Oxy
the dash
there?
from Pony.
It might even take down Penny. Penny is staying right in the middle of the gap, looking for a shot or two. Has the op now instead of Oxy, who went down. And here we go. It's going to be the Cosmic Divide to lock the people here on site. That grab wall is good too. But the smoke in heaven, locking away any potential for the trade kill. There goes Scuba. There goes the swing on site for G2. And everyone is gone in an instant. A 3-man crossfire in the back of site for Oxygen leaves them with a 6th.
Yeah, G2 tried to queue up the fast lane from Penny where it makes it a little bit easier to cross and you can kind of isolate
They
fights.
can retake short with it.
Not even just retake short. They're trying to retake under heaven first, work that back site. That's what that wall's there for.
That was tough.
It was really similar to, I can't remember which team that did it in Lock-In, but it was a Viper roll that was thrown on
Ooh, a
on Haven
Marshall,
instead.
okay.
It kind of
I'm
allowed
down
that.
for a
Doesn't
Marshall.
work there for G2. They're going to be relegated to just wet pistols and stingers and a Marshall here. As Oxygen again, looking to abuse the A site.
Whoa. So much power just from the neon stun. And Oxy now here with the dash. Looking for a quick frag again. It is that eco. They wanted that ult orb desperately, apparently.
Oh, I like
These
where
types of rounds where
Dapper's
G2
playing.
could actually take a lot of advantage
First
of in the
time.
last patch. They would
It's the
stinger it up.
First time we've seen anyone playing Garage here from G2.
Yeah, I kind of like this garage play.
Really, Garage has been kind of neglected. There's been like one player lurking in from Oxygen every now and then. Having Dapper here and a very deep trip as well with a cam to follow suit. We'll
It's
give
good
him
for
the
a 1-for-1.
info. Dapper just wants to kill here
Whoa.
Garage, but he actually backs away.
Okay, it might just be good to hold back on site, but here comes Pony swinging on through. The garage swing for Dapper is completely shut down.
That's a clean take.
Everyone else for G2 again. No chances. Garage is actually a bit of a gap for them, but was mentioning before that economy
Okay.
could be a thing for Oxygen. Not really at this point. Doesn't really matter what G2 ends up doing. It's just the old points now at this point. Oxygen. Why do I keep saying Oxygen? Oxy wants at least a kill so he could get the ult orb.
Neon Ultimate's at least going to be going forward for Penny. Oxy, like you said, would want to kill to get the ultimate moving forward, but I don't think they're gonna gift him that.
Oh, he got.
Okay, he gets a collat. Never mind.
Well, wait, he got it now.
He's got the ult now, but I don't think he's gonna use it yet. Definitely not here. So 7-3 for Oxygen Esports. It's Oxy on G2. We'll have the Blade Storm. We have the Neon ult as well there from Penny. So 2 Duelist ultimates. I don't think it's gonna get used here. Maybe Oxy will use his knives, but
Okay, give me a little 7-5. Give me a little 5-7.
I don't think it's not a single kill yet. Oxy has not been having the impact that we want on that operator.
Yeah, operator on Haven.
It's really just the off forms that he has been playing.
It's kind of tricky though, because it's like there's only like they can just completely ignore your op if they don't peek a spot. You know,
it's a little bit more unpredictable when that peek
I think
will
they're
actually
playing
happen.
around his op really well.
He's changed up his position towards the B site. And another aggressive stance from Oxygen to deny G2 this space towards A long, which I thought would have been a little bit slower, but actually it's quite quick there from them and is going to force a response out of G2 use util to take space back.
Absolutely, the Trailblazer
He already lost his armor.
Incredibly important later on. They only got one piece, exactly, only one piece of utility. Only one person shot it. Only one person saw it. 3 players here on A. This is actually very possible for G2 to try to hold on with. But again, Oxygen, are they even looking to finish here? The spike is still all the way back in their spawn, and they go for a wide swing anyways.
They give up a free kill there. Scuba has lurked his way again in towards the B site. And Dapper is looking for anyone that leaks through the A side here as well now.
No smoke for him. Can't cover off either link. But no one's going to be here to punish the spike plant. Surely.
Nice, Shazam.
Shazam
Nice.
does take down Randy Savage,
And they
who's holding
picked up
on
Mitch,
to it.
okay.
They didn't go for the plant just yet.
4v2,
4v2 though. Verno, yes, Hunter's Fury. Such an important post-plant piece of ulti, piece of utility. Gonna be able to get one kill out of it though.
3v1.
And now just leaves his teammate in a 1v3. Scuba has a flash to use. One more kill and they'll get a TP to potentially reposition. Here's Oxy. He's 2 player. It's over to his left. This is so difficult. It's down to half smoke in his face. It's pretty much done.
Nice.
G2.
Okay.
Have the right positions. They had the right presence in B.
Let's get
Oxy
one more.
just
Let's
bit
get
a
one
little
more.
bit too hard.
And I think maneuvering that op around and getting the first kill on Saponi, who it looked like from the get-go Oxygen wanted to make that fake, but going down a player so early on makes the exit a lot harder. And I think G2 had a good read there. Knew that, okay, off of the A fake,
one more round. We'll take 5-7.
Multiple times. I think that's the third
We
time
lost
that this
pistol
happened.
round, didn't
They
we?
put an A feint into a B hit.
Oh yeah, we did.
They had players there at the ready.
This game looks
Last round
just
of
in
this
general
half
looks
here,
way closer.
It would be a big one for G2 to bring us 7-5 moving into the attack. A look towards the A, or apologies, the C site. This time there's no look at all from Oxygen towards A. So that's going to cue that rotate that we're seeing from Penny right now.
This might be a big C hold. The Jet is not thinking about moving from B, though. It is only simply going to be Penny here. But Penny has an ultimate. Such a strong ultimate, too, to cause some chaos in the back line. But Pony, massive kill. And an even bigger kill onto Dapper.
Nice,
2 more players in the back line, though. Still looking to hold for G2. Oxy looking for that wall to go down. Mitch from around the corner with a flash, but the flash doesn't hit him. It's a 1v4 now, though. The spike could go elsewhere, but they still stick around. 8-4 Oxygen going into the second half. Now that's momentum.
And a lot better of a look from all these players.
Okay, Hal. All right, we need this pistol round, guys. Praise pistol. Praise for the pistol.
Need most, especially in that last round with a massive double entry. This game
I will say a game where like your defense on Haven is rough versus your defense on Split. Listen, I'll take losing defense on Split way more than I'll take losing defense on Haven more than losing defense on Split.
He was non-existent at times, and so transition to the attack where we saw G2 put up phenomenal numbers on that first map of Split. Can they do the same thing here? It starts with a strong start, and it starts with Oxy again coming back into form on the attack.
Great individual numbers on this map. G2 with the group effort, they're gonna look so dangerous. Again, you see this double duelist combo heading right towards you. There's no way you want to be anywhere near that. Penny and Oxy with full control of that backline.
Oh, I love Shazam going to pick up flank already. Oh yes, Shazam, yes.
Take a little bit easier, but I think losing Pony is gonna make it a lot more difficult on the 4-on-5.
That helps so much.
There's a cross start being held. Pony with 2 relay bolts as well can slow this push down. They even have a star at the ready as well.
Needs to use it now. Oh, wall
Penny got
flash
out.
too. And stun. Jeez,
Penny
Penny
got
cannot
stun,
make it
flash,
out.
and got
Penny still uses the realize to perfection. Still gets full flash. 3 times that man was stunned and flashed. Here comes the rest of Oxygen. Dapper around the corner. Needs to go absolutely
Nice,
nuts.
Dapper.
Is going to be able to get one. Repositions himself under heaven.
no.
Look at the HP though. Mitch and Verno down in the dumps. 10 HP remaining for Verno. 22 HP remaining for Shazam. A body shot will do it. And Verno does not tap off of the spike. Shazam with a huge round.
Yeah, Ghost bullet pen
Shazam?
gets the kill there. G2 playing a honestly a nice
G2
post plan. I
G2
think
in the
they
chat like, oh
maybe
no,
layered
oh no, no,
themselves
oh yes,
a little
G2.
poorly, which is how the retake got
God.
going there for Oxygen, but Oxygen as well capitalizing on a lot of mistakes there from G2. I think G2 just dumping way too much use.
Bro, him lining up the fucking bullet to do the fucking pen with a ghost. Disgusting.
Couple of shots from Shazam to win up the round.
Disgusting.
That's 8-5, and G2, they'll have the full buy back here, and they're going to approach the C site quickly. The spike not too far behind.
They don't have the spike. What do you mean the spike not too far behind? Bro, in their comms like, yo, Oxy, man.
I go
Look,
slow,
spike,
G2.
man.
We're going to play the rest of this round.
Well, I
They
guess
wanted
Oxy
that early
doesn't grab
info.
it. Penny,
Potentially
spike,
so
man.
they can finish already with a couple of seconds already into the round. A very early context just to collect some information.
Oh, this is kind of cool.
Regroup back into
No
garage.
one goes
Oxygen,
garage.
They have more than enough of a coverage to potentially take this on, but with the smoke in their face, they can't do anything.
That's kind of interesting, going garage on eco, because people don't go garage on eco, you know? Because you're worried about
Check
shorties.
from Shazam.
That's kind of 5-head.
Just pistols here.
You
I don't
think
think
about
Oxygen are going to find much in this round. It's about trying to pull guns away from G2 instead. As many as you can, and they're going to try to just explode in the site
Penny?
right now. So Oxygen now moving to the next when they have rifles. And, you know, this is a team that G2, I think, always perform better on the attacking sides. Particularly Oxy, who, when he plays on defense, I personally feel doesn't put up the numbers that you want from someone like that. He was the only negative player across 70 defensive rounds of G2, so to put him back in the attack, I think is definitely going to be a big boost there for G2, and so we're going to see what he can do, in particular on this G2 attacking side.
I think G2 did a good job of at least letting him fly a little bit throughout that defensive side. Just letting him go wherever he feels comfortable.
Okay, Blouses are giving one more jersey
now, of
after
course,
this sweet round. Okay,
a lot
and
more of that.
mice giveaway if we win the game.
Full map verticality. Oxy alongside the rest of the team is going to go right into garage,
All right, Jack, get ready for
potentially splitting
another
up
jersey
C.
giveaway.
And again, we mentioned the defense of Randy Savage. Could it come big in this round? He is in the back line.
Nice,
Scuba's
good
going to be
kill.
able to get one, but it has to come down to Randy Savage. First kill comes out from him. A little bit of util in front of him, but it's all gone now. And G2, just with a little bit of util, just with 2 kills, they have to run away.
I don't like that.
Verno. Much better with the Vandal there on the peak. In a 4-on-2, or Oxy. Pop shots is going to bring Mitch over as well, and Mitch is looking to transfer. Great shot there, and Whippy alone. This is a nice round from Oxygen, dealing with that pressure, and yep, Randy Savage. Oh my God!
Are you kidding me?
Whippy!
What? What?
You can't be serious. You just can't. You just can't.
There's no way you throw this round. No. This is a throw and pass. Or all of you swing it at the same time. No spacing or anything. We have to get the comms on that kill. That was a round
fucking
literally
God.
gifted from. They said, hey, we don't want this round anymore. Take it.
Hey.
That resets Oxygen, and G2 are just suddenly
my
back in
God.
this game with almost full control again.
They could have never imagined that scenario. Surely when they had a 4v1, surely when everyone was swinging, they didn't even think for a second that they would all go down there. But now, here we are, 8-7. They could have had the lead here again, even bigger of a lead. G2, very, very safe. They're going to head into the back of C with a bit of a mid-contact too, playing with the heartstrings and the brains of Oxygen.
Bro, Dapper is on the biggest flank in existence.
Oh, pretty close.
I mean, Dapper's just fucking.
Dapper's like, who's shooting over here? Nice
Playing
kill,
flanks is
Penny.
lurk. Ooh, nice, Penny.
Forced into the fault line. Nice time there.
Bro,
fine,
Penny
but-
is just getting utiled out the
Good
wazoo.
contact here from G2. Backing away towards long to play this post plant.
Still only pistols, G2. They don't have a lot to actually cover up sight here. 4 players alive, sure. The pistols could honestly do this. There's no util to cover. 3 in the cubby. There goes the crossfire with the pistols, and no one can really get anything. And they're not even going for the defuse in the middle of the smoke.
Only lost
a little
one
bit of
gun.
sweat off
Love
the foreheads of G2, but not as much as Oxygen right now, as they're sweating bullets.
This is some good momentum. We needed this.
Picked up here for Pony. Rolling Thunder available for Oxygen and the Hunter's Fury.
Let's take out the op here. Let's take out the op.
It's not ultimates that you would say can queue or win around entirely, but they're ultimates that can get the team accelerating. Namely Penny and namely Whippy's Cosmic Divide. And both the Hunter's Fury and Rolling Thunder, they're both posted up here towards the A site. I don't think we're gonna see the Hunter's Fury get used early. Maybe just a dart and a follow-up.
Where's the op at? Oh, the op's short.
Dapper's gonna try and contest alone. Won't get spotted by the dart, and he's risking to take that fight.
Yes,
He wins
Dapper.
it.
Random
Dapper.
swing from Dapper. Really, Verno can never predict it. And it's Dapper completely on his own. You see the re-swing over from short. They don't see anyone. Did Dapper really just do that on his own?
They also can see that he has an op too, because it gives you gun outline too, right?
Giving up now this B site. A big Rolling Thunder, but they read that. Not everyone commits into the site here, G2.
Yeah, Penny is able to dash away with
They
it
got
too.
the
He's
Rolling
fine.
Thunder out. Oh, this is C-site.
In the meantime, Shazam dropped the Trailblazer towards the
Oh my God,
site.
Dapper got the
There
op
he
out.
goes.
The whole
Oh
time.
my God.
This is the G2 offensive that we know and love.
Oh my, and they're going back
Rotation,
A?
playing with confidence, and that's what
Whoa.
Oxy's doing here
What?
again. It's a full fake towards the C site.
I love this fake.
Mitch waiting for his opportunity to go through the wall. Oxy sees him. Go through Oxy. Oh, couldn't get the kill. The man advantage for G2
Bro.
is going to stay at 2 for now.
This is just crazy, G2. A double Dutch
What a
fake.
fucking play.
What?
I don't
Oh my
know.
goodness. Oh my goodness.
I don't know what's
Oxy.
going on. Oxy again?
Oxy?
They have to be going for a save at this point.
I'm gonna be honest. Oxy, listen, Oxy can't hit his targets unless they're looking at him. That's just the way it works.
I think an insane risky swing
Yes.
from Dapper to queue
Just
up
take him
into
out, buddy.
the B fake, and at the same time, Shazam had it planned that the Rolling Thunder was going to come through, so he drops a Trailblazer preemptively to clear out Garage. And now Oxygen on the back foot economically. If they lose any more guns, which I'd imagine Oxy's going to go hunting. He's got knives and nearly 5,000 credits. Why not go hunting? And you're going to...
yeah, the Killjoy's dead.
another player here.
Yep. Randy Savage, she's going to get shocked. It's going to be 2 kills for Randy. He's going to stay alive, hearing all these players over from long. I thought the double peek from mid might have actually happened, considering the fact that
Randy.
those 2 players came from A.
I didn't know you had game
But
like
the last
that.
2 saves for Oxygen stay alive. Don't really know if they're going to buy around it. This is still very much an important round for Oxygen. They have 2 extremely pivotal
Bro,
ultimates.
Dapper was crazy.
They
that
have
game.
no money to work with after this round if they lose. And I think they're trying to figure out their buy last second. Yeah, Rifle's being transferred
Oh, they are
over.
redistributing.
Pony's only 2 off of the ultimate, so they're going to get aggressive towards mid. The first time we've really seen this
Pony.
whole line flash to set up Pony.
Yep. Gonna go right on down, ram it right down mid. Spike is gonna be right in front of him too, if they're able to find it, if they're able to peek in. Verno gonna try to cover up a little bit, gonna try to give him a red carpet, but instead there's a cage right in front of him. Pony is gonna back up into mid.
That's given up all the space here towards mid. G2 have allowed them to
A
take
is gone
this space.
too.
G2
Yep, and
got
then in
A,
the
yeah.
meantime, it's a slip towards A. Hook and slip. They've got A control. That should be the spike. to go
and he
down.
got
The Scuba
dinked.
Force up
Oh,
angle
that
entirely.
sucks. Getting
Penny's
dinked
playing
there is awful.
insanely scary right now next to that smoke.
Oxy gets the pen kill. Oh,
And
yes,
big
dude.
ultimate being spent here for Oxygen. There is no way they want to relinquish this round. They've done too much already.
What ultimate
G2,
did they pop?
Nobody's low on HP. Nobody's out of position right now. Nobody's flanking for Oxygen either. Almost everyone is going to come out of heaven here. It is going to be a bit of a surprise for G2, to say the very least, but it won't be a pleasant one. Penny going to be able to get 4 out of it. Light and easy frags for Penny, just stat
they
padding a
sold
little
the
bit,
ult at the
putting
beginning,
G2
that's right.
on double
Oh
digits.
my
And that's going to hurt
God.
Oxygen's economy. Oh, my bad. I was wrong. They actually saved it pretty well.
Yeah,
I
they
forgot transferred.
literally saved
No,
last round.
yeah.
But
Same.
this is the round, right? This is the round that you're looking at. Say, hey, Oxygen, if you lose this round, well, yeah,
It's
take a
game.
time out here because you got to sort the economy and make
They
sure
have
you
to win this
round. You
game.
lose here, you're kind of giving 12 over to the side of G2. You'll really just have the Blade Storm to play with and the lockdown in your back pocket. G2, off of an unbelievable 4K from Whippy, an unbelievable 1v3 clutch, has given G2
I will admit,
back the momentum.
This is, of all the games I've watched us play, this is the one that feels the closest. I mean, some of the ones we've lost have felt close. This is the one that, like, I'll admit we got like that round with Whippy. We shouldn't have won. Let's be honest.
Still treating Haven like, again, like they just have their sights. Like they just have the positions that they have. It's only mid that they've been playing around with a lot. But Oxygen, when it comes to the pressure over back towards A main, that G2 has put a lot of pressure on. Same thing.
Chat, remember, if we win this game, we will be giving away
Oxygen. They're not as
Logitech
proactive
mouse.
as we've seen this team be, as we saw G2 be in the first half. At this point, they really are just relying on the frags.
Op for Pony. First time we've seen Op on the C site.
No? Oh, on the C site. Oh, okay. I thought I said first time we saw an op.
Interesting op angle.
Spam page.
Tested by at least Oxy for now. Box. Dapper as well as again slipped through.
Ooh.
Cage is popped. Allows him to cross back. He has a second cage there to allow him to cross again if he wants.
Blinded.
Oh, he's
Flash,
good.
The Flash Pony. Not giving anything. Not giving anything at all. This is control here towards C, though, from Oxygen, and it will be G2 to try and dismantle.
This is scary.
Oxy is so close. Will there be a flash through? Pony just looking for any sort of pixel, but again, Sky on the other side could be the entry! What a kill from Oxy! Through the wall, onto Pony. That can open up C just a little teensy tiny bit.
That is a massive
G2
trade.
over A side.
No, they don't want it. They're going straight into the mouth of the beast.
Forces Scuba to get aggressive. He does have the TP, so he can make a fast rotate. And Randy Savage is not in the position right now to use the lockdown. They're actually fighting on the A site instead. And you still have a Dash Roxy, still have Neon Ultimate and Penny. They can get aggressive. They can explode onto this site in a matter of seconds, and they've walked all the way up.
Oh, Randy might be the first contact here, and if he goes down, down goes the lockdown. Mitch, what a hold! Double kill from Mitch, and now Oxy's the last one remaining in a 1v4. Vernal has a double for himself, too.
Damn.
A tense scenario as we saw G2 waltz up to A.
That was
if the kills go a little bit differently there, we could still see a big win for G2, but instead, hold goes well.
Our eco's chilling, though.
G2 nearly
Their
gets
eco's still
that
fucking
was around
rough.
Oxygen prayed that they were going to win. Would have reset them financially. But now both teams on relatively
close game
even
now.
footing. Outliers being Whippy and Shazam. But that last round keeping Oxygen afloat in this series.
Yeah, Whippy and Shazam eco is
No op
crazy
this
right
time
now.
around. Still the lockdown.
And yeah,
still
no op.
double duelist ultimate between Oxy and Penny on G2. And they approach mid again. It's just been Dapper solo playing here over towards A. And this time they counter it with a fault line to give instead Oxygen the full A main control.
Yeah, I mean, finally, they have a breach. I mean, they have the remote smokes. Why not use it early on when you can recharge it? This leaves G2 in a weird position, though. They're smoked off currently out of garage. They tried to default mid, but nobody's peeking them.
Just spotted as well, Tony. Dapper, that's just a risky fight. It's a head glitch on both sides, but he's already holding the angle. And the garage positioning as well just makes this lockdown as well a really good ultimate to retake the B side. So difficult here for G2 as Mitch finds a lovely kill. Aftershock will force the fight from Penny. And yeah,
this round's
perfect
over.
here from Oxygen. That puts Mitch now one away from the Rolling Thunder as well.
Mitch wants it. Heard the player run around the corner. Okay, Randy.
Awkward.
Very awkward, really. Spike won't be able to go down. This is even more awkward. Shazam
30 seconds left.
having to just back on out. Press S through the mid side. And Mitch is trying to hear for a contact in garage. The cutting a noise, though.
They ran
away some utility.
Listen, they ran and they walked away, so that's where the rotate comes in. This is giving them a chance. It held Mitch in his position.
It worked.
And G2 get the plant.
Yeah, 10 seconds. Whippy in a good position. Whippy in a good position. Gets surprised by Mitch, though, and now it's a 1v4. Make it a 1v4. Good round from Oxygen in general. G2 had no idea about the
What do you
B-hole.
mean map 3
Really was a good
content?
chance.
Listen, there's no way this goes to map 3, guys. We're chilling. Our eco's so
Face a little
fine.
bit too early in the post plant, but 10
I think
to
it's
10.
fine.
Oxygen keeping us in this game, keeping us invested in this series. Will we see a map 3?
Oh, we have plenty of money.
G2 with just another
G2
buy
time.
left in them after this. And it's
All right, boys,
Oxygen that
listen,
have
can you
flipped the
hear me?
script, and they
Yeah,
will have
okay,
full
cool.
control of the economy. G2 calling their second time out of this series.
Listen,
And the
That
second
fake
time
play you
in this
did,
map,
do that. Do my classic. Okay, this is the shot
regather
call
their
from
thoughts and say,
Coach
hey,
Blau.
what if
We're gonna
Oxygen
do
been
the
doing
classic
right? I think what
fake,
Oxygen been
okay?
doing right is
You're gonna
exploiting this guy Dapper on this
do
A
a bunch of
lurking,
shit
as
on
well
one
controlling
side,
this mid
and
side.
then you're gonna go to the
How
other
do you
side,
break
okay?
that through?
Big fake, okay?
Garage has been a difficult
Trust me, it
spot
works
to
in
take.
Goldie
And
Low,
same
it
with
works in
A-Main
Hero,
as of
let's
late.
go.
We've seen multiple
they got it.
re-clears
Big
from
fake coming
Shazam with
in.
his Trailblazer. I think that's going to be a key thing is maybe invest a little bit more. Don't just let Dapper take that part of the map alone because it's not working out right now.
Bunch of fake shit coming in.
Again, you mentioned the kind of sort of the lack of commitment to either the A main or the garage push. I mean, every time we see something over towards garage, they usually opt to scale it.
I thought
mean,
you
we
dropped
saw
it
this
into the
guy in
ocean.
perfect position to
Nice.
flash out
Good
Jet
reference.
just 2 rounds ago into garage. But again, was just trying to set up for a full play, trying to get other players into the right positions. G2 at this point, they need to have an idea early on of the positions that they want to take, especially if it's somewhere like garage, especially if it's somewhere like A main. They can't be hesitant and only have one player playing contact.
I'm surprised we're not making C more of a priority. In an honest
Use the knives here. So that will give them another bye if they lose this round.
This is tough. KJ,
Dapper's
you tell the garage.
Dapper's gone out really quick towards A-Long. He's actually beaten almost everything. Beaten the recon boat with his cage. The timing on this fault line as well is going to be massive, and there's great timing with that. Easy kill for Randy.
That's
Dapper
rough.
stuck too. Randy Savage holds down completely in garage, and they know where at least what? Verno disconnects, couldn't react. This is unfortunate now for Pony, but Pony, try your best, I guess. It might just be a 1v4 here in the middle of A. There goes the neon wall. There goes the overdrive. Has to just back on now for a retake. A disaster. A pure disaster.
I wonder if he was looking at the mini
Start
map.
of this round for Oxygen.
Oh, what the? Yo, check him.
For the foot. Might
Check
have been
him.
a little bit too thick of a wall there, but Lockdown will start the retake. And a Rolling Thunder. So here's the thing. You tap the spike, you pop the ultimate, covers both long and towards short. You have a chance here. They've already stuck it once. They've already tapped it once.
Oh,
there's
no
that
half.
Rolling Thunder, and
Here it
there's the
is.
fight.
Yeah, the flank is coming in, though. The flank is coming in. There goes the Cypher swinging,
we're gonna
but
get the
Dapper
flank.
is down, and the defuse will go down too. Rolling Thunder does exactly what they wanted.
Even with a disconnect,
We were still
Oxygen
eco. We were still eco.
able to get the round with 2 major ultimate combinations.
Oh, it was a disconnect.
Yeah, to tech
Yeah.
pauses. Verno was the one to DC. They still win the round, though. So Oxygen up 11-10. And the way the economy sat for G2, they set themselves up where they said, hey, let Oxy play with his knives. We can get at least one more buy moving forward. And that's what they've got in them right
All right,
now.
this is our full buy. We need to win
After
this one.
this, no money, no credits, no buy, and Oxygen could be on 12.
I believe.
Maybe should be.
This is a way closer game than I
I
thought.
don't really know what this situation is like economically for G2, but if they are down to just about that 2-3K range, they might just think about playing for overtime instead.
I would be very surprised if they play for OT, given the way that they managed their economy last round, and they spread both Oxy and Penny's ultimates across 2 rounds. Kind of leads me to believe that no, they're forcing into this one, not playing for OT. And Oxy, 2 back-to-back successful
This was
retakes.
Oxygen's pick.
Need just 2 more rounds to push us to a 3rd map. 1 slip up is all it takes for G2 to get the momentum back. G2 have that 1 map cushion, so the pressure isn't on them yet. Pressure's on Oxygen here.
Again, Oxygen led by a big streak again. G2, we're leading by a lot off of that first half, or excuse me, Oxygen leading by a lot off of that first half. G2,
Hey, if we go to round 3, that's just more practice for us, right?
Already have a couple players who are already feeling themselves here on this attacking
Oh, here
side.
we go.
Especially Oxy already. Even Dapper has gotten a few big situations at least.
They just give C
But
up
for
like
Oxy,
that?
Oxygen, excuse me, there isn't anything that they haven't seen yet. An A-Rush they've seen. B-Lurk they've seen.
Wait, they didn't spread. I thought they spread the ultimate over. I think Penny used it in the last round. My apologies. And this time he has the Phantom to play with. 3 players stacked up here on the A site. Op is posted up towards mid, and not a single soul on the C site.
It's going to be that retake setup, surely.
Really, really early fault line. Queued off that Trailblazer, but no one was there to approach, and that's going to split Mitch's attention and even draw another rotate over. With this C contest, you can't stack those 3 plays. You have to have someone watching Garage and someone watching the C site.
That's exactly what they were going to do. Again, I was just thinking about a retake, but retake with what sort of ultimate? Realistically, they were just going to go in with the util. At this point, you would want some sort of defense. Just make that retake just a little bit more possible. Set up over towards long, though. They're looking for information off the turret to get a flash in. This is such a good setup here. Scuba waiting for the ping, waiting for the contact. The flash could come out at any point, and indeed it does. Good timing off of Scuba.
Oh, Scuba, no way.
He ends up TPing. I don't think they heard him. The wall's gonna go down. Swing, Scuba, swing! Nobody.
Don't swing.
Nobody from G2 was looking at him during that swing, or if he were to swing. Now
Nice,
Mitch holding down C. He's going to go down off the trade. One person in the back line could swing out of the smoke. It is Pony, but he's not going to do so. Control is here for G2 in the middle of sight. Pony looking to close down on Garage, though. Garage has already been taken back. Everyone here for this team is stuck in the back of sight. Nobody is over towards long. You do have the sky around the corner. Penny has the big angle. Garage is impossible to come out of now. 2 players remaining. Oxygen just scratching their heads.
Huge round.
Turnaround from G2.
Fuck, we needed this round. I was
Garage punishes another player. And Pony was just not prepared with that operator to take that early fight from the B rotate. Tied 11-11. Cash plenty for both of these sides. So we have a full rifle round to the sides. Who gets to match or map point in Oxygen's case? No ultimates between both these sides. So we're down to just pure gun duels. We have the, okay, my bad. We have the Verno Hunter Siri. But I think that's going to be a situation where we're seeing a post plant or a retake or just a denial despite.
As long as they can avoid the op, I think we're fine.
Cash. Yeah, Oxygen, if they end up losing this, the reset potential is fully there. It's going to at least be a rough buy rather than a reset.
G2 still has a buy after this.
Here we go. We haven't seen the op sing just yet, and they're looking to line up a shot over towards long. G2 playing more of a default now. Smoke goes up. They're going to have control of short. Silva needs to rethink their position. Pony now has a big battle over towards long. 2 players in front of him. And he's going to be able to get the first. Still dashing, still dancing around to try to find the other.
Damn.
But he just walks away back into sight.
Great first kill there from Pony.
That's tough.
And now it'll be GT to try and respond and take space back. They're going to look in towards Garage. They heard the reload, and Randy's very, very low. And they've just
where Randy is.
Walked on in. That should be a free kill. Mitch is in the corner.
They know him. They saw him.
Nice.
They might have seen the rifle, and they did. Oxy takes him down. This Hunter's Fury, so pivotal, but it's not hitting anyone. It's not hitting anyone. Scuba in the middle of smoke, looking to dance. Oxy fakes it. Scuba still looking to burst out. They know now someone's in it and doesn't connect with anything. Man advantage for G2. Make it yet another man advantage. Big kill from Pony, though. 2v2 in the front of sight. Whippy goes down. Pony going absolutely nuts. It's a 1v2 for G2. Oxy playing now. Has the angle for the back of sight. Has the angle for the 1v1. They're not even going to push it, though. Look at the way that they're playing this.
And 7 bullets left. Oxy, 1 bullet to the recon bolts. The angle. 2 bullets. Oh my god, Oxy.
No, look at this angle.
Tony's
peeking.
He sees the pop. He sees the peek. Oxy with 2 left in the mag. Op v Vandal. Jet
body shot.
And he's got it. Unbelievable from Oxy.
Bro.
In the clutch, he's cold and he's got G2 on match point.
It's just in the name. Oxy. Taking the air away. Taking the breath away. The momentum out of the sails for Oxygen.
And you know they're calming. They are actually calming. He's one shot. That's how he knows not to reload. He knows he can go for body. He knows he can just go for a body shot there. God, that's fucking hot.
Last round of regulation. Here we go.
And no ults left over for anybody on this server. And it is an aggressive look out towards A with Pony winning 1.
Okay. Honestly, I'll take that trade. I'll take that.
Such a deep smoke.
Again. And that will send G2 packing from the A site. Same thing from Oxygen. Neither team has control of that A lobby. And neither team's willing to take it back.
This setup of C Garage could be so choking here. So, again, debilitating for G2. You had the nanoswarm in front of them, had the alarm bots, but the hold to C. It was very flimsy. It was only 1 person in the front line. Oxy still looking for more. There's still a man in Garage, but G2 now evading it.
Come on, boys.
This is to close out the series here. They've
Come
all
on,
back
boys.
towards long. They have one Astra Star for a Gravwell. And they have a player flanking already. Shazam with a flash as well. Alarm bot will trigger, so they know where he's coming from.
Yep.
Oxy dancing with fire.
If Randy
Spike
stays
tapped
alive.
twice.
Going in, the alarm bot's gonna tick. Now they know about Garage. Oxy gets the big kill. These players are isolated
And
in
Oxy
the
with
middle of
another
no
4K.
man's land.
Holy
Oxy
shit.
does it again. G2 take up a 3-0 in Challengers.
Holy shit.
And a massive start to split one for G2.
Hey.
This win not only cements
Let's
their
go.
momentum, but also puts them in
Another
prime
G2
spot
win, boys.
for the mid-season face-off qualification.
If not, they're already there.
Yep, the only team 3-0 right now. M80 is the only team that still has a chance. And
We're
Sierra,
looking great.
this game had so many implications because now there's a chance for a crazy three-way tie.
Right? And this was just a series that went like this was this
All right,
game
G2
itself went
Esports, if you're
such
in
the
the chat,
distance. I mean, considering how
I think the people have earned a mouse for that one if we want to do that giveaway now. God damn.
Round was nuts, but there's just that Oxy difference. Oxy's Braxley.
I mean, I don't know what to think of this kid because, again, I was looking at this guy saying, hey, we need a star player. We need a crazy kid on G2 that can really step it up like we've seen in the past. Sentinels had 10s. Xset had Cryo. Now 100 has Cryo. Optic had Yay. Now we've got Oxy on G2. This kid is proving me wrong. After every single round, the way he was playing, I think fundamentally and technically, looked a lot better. Was playing real.
That was fucking crazy, chat.
You can see there, I think that one play you can put a spot. Makes the trade happen, and then in these high pressure
That was
situations,
disgusting.
calm as ever.
Yeah, and honestly, going back to this series too, the fact that this really was down to the wire. Looking back at that round 15, that one where Whippy was able to get that, what was that 3v1, just the 3 kills back to back, and that was such a defining.
Hold on.
Because at that point too, Oxygen, that was kind of like the big falter.
All right.
As a team that
Wait, notes from production. We're gonna get
look at what G2 was able
we're gonna get Penny in here.
Yeah, again, it happened.
Post-game interview with Penny.
A double 9-3 comeback against this team in week 1. Oxygen, again, it just seems like there are small things that they need to work on, but those small things are building up a lot as we go. But this game, it was as close as you would have wanted it with one of the best teams, if not the best team in this group. Oxygen, don't really think that there are too many complaints coming out of this game. Again, 11-13 on the map.
I think they should have complaints coming out. They played like booty butt cheeks. We shit on them. What's up?
If they realistically want a better chance for the rest of this season, they just want a better diversity in their pool. But coming out of Haven on a map where we already knew that they had comfortability on, they didn't look bad. It's just that on that attacking side, on that defensive side, really couldn't stop G2 in any of those individual efforts.
Yeah, I think one thing that you're gonna
while we listen to them analyze the game, I'm gonna go pee real quick. Chat, we're gonna be getting we're gonna be getting Penny in for a post-match interview real quick. What are all the questions you guys want to ask Penny so that I can ignore them and ask the questions that I want to ask Penny?
I mean, it was like a 10-2 half on split, so
We will have an exclusive interview with Penny in just a moment.
Sides of their defensive side, but
I gotta
Oxy, I think my only concern for this kid right now is, hey, if you can do what you do on the attack on the defense, then you've got yourself one heck of a player, Sierra.
Oh, 100%. Though I do want to be a quick shout out to Pony as well on there, because there is definitely, considering these were the two individuals, Oxy and Pony, that we highlighted at the beginning of the series, there was also a lot of really good things coming out from Pony as well. My one big thing, though, you were talking about Oxy needing to be kicking around on defense. Same with Pony, because there was a couple of the times where Pony would get this first blood, instantly trade it out, and then you're like, oh man, that's your duelist just completely gone.
Yeah, and this actually happened a lot in the last few sets that we had on Haven. Pony would be making some incredibly aggressive picks over towards A long, and I think we actually saw some of that effect today where we just didn't see some of those plays. Pony had been disciplined or either put on a leash by his coaching staff and being like, we can't have those hero plays if they're not going to work out. And Pony, again, it's not like we didn't, but it just didn't seem
audio.
was let go fully.
That's me clicking the audio. Okay, hold on. All right. Give me one moment. All right, let's get Penny in here. Hold on.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yo, Penny, what's good? Oh,
Well,
hold
let's-
on. I literally have the wrong thing to capture. Hold on, hold
Yeah.
on.
Turn on my camera.
What is this? Hold on, hold on. I have to. Okay, it's not that. Okay, hold on. Turn that off. Hold on, almost. Okay, no, it's not that. Hold on.
I'm holding.
Give me one moment. Give me one moment. Hold. Well, I have to reset. I'm a terrible streamer. I have to reset this every time I do it. Okay, I gotta pop out. Okay, it's popped out. Hold on now. Holding. Okay. I almost have this done.
Still holding. Don't worry.
I have some crazy questions coming in for you, so just be ready.
I'm
Okay.
ready.
Oh wait, it's working. Oh my god. All right, we have with us here. Well, we're gonna do it on this scene, I think. If this works better. Okay, while the people are talking in the background, hold on. Just for background clarity, we'll have their stuff still going. Okay. All right, I am joined now by Penny from G2. Penny, we got to talk about this. What were the comms? What were the comms like for the when Oxygen ran it down and lined up for the? Was it Whippy that got the 4K?
Yeah, he sprayed them all down. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't really comms. It was just a bunch of noises, to be honest.
Yeah, just
a bunch
yelling
of
shit.
screams. Yeah, just random shit.
Okay.
I mean,
enough about the boring questions because I hate when the casters ask stupid shit. Penny, how'd you come up with the name Penny? Tell us about yourself. We don't give it. Come on, I don't want to talk about the match. We already knew you guys were gonna win. It was free.
It's actually my last name. So I played like sports growing up, and you know how you like wear like your last name on the back of your jersey or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like that. It's my last name. So
You used your last name for your gamer tag. That is absolutely stupid. Anyways, okay, moving on. My last name is Blau, so that's why. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, okay, so who on the team annoys you the most? Who's the one where you're like, oh, dude, shut up? Like their voice is the most annoying to you.
I don't know. I don't think anyone really annoys me. The people that do it on purpose, maybe like Mike Dapper. He just says the most random shit. Just like out of the blue, makes noises sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Honestly, I listen. Someone who mains Cypher that much probably gets so bored
No, he
when
has
they're staring.
something wrong with him.
Think about
you're
you're staring in your camera so long. Like you're obviously gonna there's something wrong with you at that point, right? So
yeah, there's definitely something wrong with this guy.
Now, another question for because again, these are the hard hitting questions that the G2 fans want to know. Do you poop pregame or do you try to hold the poop so that you have a little bit of nervous tension?
Okay, so it's definitely situational. It's like before the game, you definitely want to have your pregame shit.
Okay.
But if you ever come into the spot where you have to shit mid-match, you always hold it. You never go mid-match. That's the rule.
Ooh, that's right. Oh yeah, because I feel like if you did a mid-match poop, that's just gonna change your aim.
It throws everything off. You're
your body weight's off.
Lighter.
Yeah, exactly. Your hand, it feels lighter. You might you're gonna over correct on your aim. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
What was when were the comms craziest during the match? What was the most hype moment?
Probably the 4K spray down. Either that one or the 1v2 that Oxy did at the end. I don't know. I'd have to watch them back, but there was just a lot of fucking yelling and noise. So
I called this match. Do you guys calmed that who was it? Pony, the Jet on the other team. You guys calmed that he was one shot, right?
No, we had no idea. I think he was going for the one tap, but he ended up hitting him in the body and it worked out. So. Yeah.
Bro, I was like, God, chat, trust me, they definitely calmed that they hit him.
No one said anything. I think maybe a bunch of people hit him once so that he was low. No one had
No one knew that he was actually One tap.
No,
Okay.
no,
Oh.
no one hit him up alone. I don't think. I think it was like a bunch of people hit him once. So
When you play Valorant, do you ever, and like, I mean, you obviously play, you're a pro player, you know, but also in Silicon, do you ever have those moments where like you tag someone, like maybe hit their legs and like you hit him 19 and then you calm to your team, yo, I lit this guy up. He's literally one tap. Like, even if you just did the smallest amount of damage, you say it just to like give your teammate the confidence. Do you ever just lie to them?
I don't know. Maybe a while ago when I was a troll, but I don't know. I don't really do that anymore. I know there's a lot of people that do that.
Yeah,
though.
me
And
neither. No,
it's like,
no, me neither. I'd never. Yeah,
yeah, okay.
no,
Yeah.
me neither. Yeah. No, that totally makes sense. Lastly, okay, let's say you're playing solo queue, you know, and you hear like a teammate, right? You everyone's all, you know, like mic check. Some people talk. You hear someone who's kind of cute, right? I don't, you know, guy, girl, you know, whatever, you know, you're into, but someone has a cute voice to you. Okay, they have a cute voice to you. Okay, it's like round 5. You pull off the sickest clutch ever. What do you say after that clutch to kind of like, you know, let them know? How do you riz them up?
I mean, honestly, I think if I hear something like that, I think my whole game's thrown off. I don't think I can like concentrate with someone like that on my team.
You can't clutch if someone on your team has a cute voice.
No, it just makes
So
me
you're
nervous
saying that
and
the entirety of
flustered.
the entirety of the G2 team doesn't have a cute voice.
I mean, it's like
damn, bro, your teammates are gonna watch this.
It's like,
bro, they're gonna see this now, man.
You
wow.
don't mix. Yeah, that's like the business, you know. Like,
okay.
That's
You
like
don't
the
make-
business.
Yeah, okay.
It's different. Two different things. You separate the the pleasure from the business or whatever.
Yeah, no fraternization on the G2 team. Okay, actually, you know what? I like that. Let's keep it professional. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think that's pretty much it for what do you want to tell the G2 fans out there? I mean, you guys are 3-0. You guys are looking really good. I think one of the only other teams that sounded really good is the Guard, and I don't know if they like have like a place to practice in anymore because the whole org went under. I don't know if I should be saying that.
I think they're fine. I think they're fine.
Oh, they're still chilling. Okay, good. Well, how are you guys feeling now? You know, 3-0. How's the rest of the split looking?
We're definitely confident that we're like I won't just put like go out there and say we're the best team, but we're definitely at the top, like top 3. So I mean, right now I think we're not even playing our best right now. We're kind of just getting into the groove of things. We haven't been a team that long, but it feels pretty good. It feels like we have a pretty high ceiling. So
okay, all right. Anything else you want to tell the fans?
no, I don't know. Not really. I mean, you can expect us to keep winning, I guess. G2 fans are gonna be happy.
Beautiful. Yeah. And can like, okay, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Can you guys stop with the like losing the first game then winning the next 2? Like, I have maybe things
today
I
was
have.
The start of it.
Yeah, today was great. I'm really appreciative of that. Okay, because I have other shit that I have to do. So like for these watch parties, stop these games.
I got shit to do after.
Yeah, stop these game 3s, man. If you guys lose the first game, just throw the second, or otherwise just 2-0 and win. Okay, like I can't. I have stuff I got to be doing, man.
I feel you. I got shit to do after.
Penny, thank you so much for joining the call. Yeah. When do you guys play next? Is it next week?
I have no idea. Probably next week.
We're back on that schedule.
Like that.
All right. Yeah. Well, Penny, thank you so much for joining the call. I didn't even introduce myself, but I'm Blau. I'm actually not even a Valorant streamer. I'm a variety streamer. I just at one point in my life I worked on Valorant back when I was actually a useful, productive member of society as a game developer. Now I just now I'm a degenerate streamer.
Yeah. You know,
Penny,
into then.
Thank you so much for joining the broadcast, and yeah, good luck next week.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Penny, you're muted. I can't. Penny, I can't hear you.
Yeah, you can't hear me.
Penny.
Hello.
Penny.
Hello.
Okay. Wait, can you guys hear Penny? Did my headset die?
I think I'm just gonna go. You know.
Hold on.
I'm gonna go.
Penny, apparently they can
You
still
can tell
hear
this
you. It was
guy
just
to
me,
have
my headset
a
died.
fantastic
That's
day.
a Logitech headset, by the way, chat. I want to be very clear that that's user error. I just didn't charge it. Logitech makes incredible battery life headsets. Oh, Penny's gone. Okay, perfect. All right, he said have a good day. Okay, perfect. Well, chat, thank you guys for tuning in. He said get the vibes right. Okay, chill. Okay. Chat. Where are the tunes? Hold on. Tunes. Most scuffed interview. Guys, tell me that that's not a better interview than what you guys normally watch. Most of the interviews are normally like, oh my god, like what were you guys thinking in that game? Oh, we're thinking this. Oh, how do you guys feel about the stinger changes? Oh, fucking stinger changes. Right? Like, I thought you were headset trolling. No, my headset actually died. I can hear now again. What Oxy tweet? Oh my god, let's watch this. Let's watch this shit. Bro, what is this? I'm sorry, Oxy, what in the fuck is this resolution that you play on? Bro, am I watching GoldenEye? This kid is 16 fucking trying to relive the days of playing fucking GoldenEye. I'm sorry, Oxy, what is this? Like, what the fuck is this? Bro is actually playing fucking Golden. Like, this looks like shit, dude. This looks like shit.
It's quite a...
What is this?
They're all in.
Alright, man. Nice.
Okay. Sorry?
Close.
It's quite a...
One's
crossing.
They're all in. Alright, man. Nice. Okay.
Sorry?
Close.
Bro, this legit looks like fucking GoldenEye. This just looks like GoldenEye. It's literally N60. I have seen better looking N64 games. Anyways, chat. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another G2 Esports watch party. The team is now 3-0. We will continue to be doing these watch parties throughout the split. And thank you to G2 for coming in, doing the jersey giveaways. The jersey giveaways, the mouse giveaway we did as well. Thank you guys to my regular viewers. What time is it? We will be live later tonight. I have some content planned for you guys later tonight, but that is it for this stream. I will see you guys later when we go live later on. Chat, thank you guys so much. We need some like G2 theme music. Anyways, here's a little Final Fantasy VII remake song to close us out. Peace. I see you, Omi. Love you.